there, ref. That's he got the ball.
Hey, how are we doing, everybody? We are live. We are doing the watch along today. We have the big man back. We have the crew back, and we are descending to Ipswich. We are going to try to get some revenge against this Ipswich team. One of the worst days of this season, actually, did come against them at home, and it's time to owe them a little bit of a spanking if we can, or at least just try to pick up a third Premier League win in a row. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Hopefully everybody's feeling okay. Smash the like button for us, please, as you're piling in. And we have the lineups on screen for you guys. We have Vicario in goals, Jed Spence at right back. We have Danzo, alongside Jed Spence. What a relief to now see something different on that right side. Jed Spence and Danzo. Archie Gray back into the team with Udogie at left back. Bergvall in midfield, Bentancur, Kulusevski in there as well, with Johnson, Tell, and Sonny. And then if I were to go to the bench there, in case you guys need a little bit of an eye test or you don't want to strain yourself, you have Kinski, Pedro Porro, Reguilon, Basuma, Sarr, Madison, Mikey Moore, Wilson Odebear, and Dane Scarlett. Now, Dave, good to have you back on these watch-alongs. And, the big two calls, from Ange maybe on this lineup are probably the fact that he's dropped maybe Archie Gray, or he's put Archie Gray back into the lineup instead of Ben Davis. And then the other part probably being Brennan Johnson, coming back into the team with James Madison, pretty much, I don't know, player of the match, or at least close to one of the man of the matches in the last game, now being dropped to the bench. So two big calls from Ange, but it's good to have you back, Dave.
Yeah, no, look, first of all, it's absolutely great to be back. I was saying in the pre-match build-up, I was having conversations with you. I wonder what it'd be like going back just watching it on the couch, and I can confirm it's pretty boring, and you do miss not being here. So, it's absolutely great to be back, especially when things aren't going well. You don't have any therapy or people to talk to. So, it's great to be back with you and everybody else out there. I really appreciate the watch-along community we have for these games, with being away from it for a game or two, I really do appreciate it. So thank you very much, everybody. But look, in terms of today, just quickly, we've got to try and get the 3 points, build momentum, and try and finish this season strong, Jack, and actually finish it in a good place for once. Usually we end the season in absolute chaos, not knowing what the summer holds, not knowing what the future holds. It'd be really nice to end the season on a high. In terms of the lineup today, I mean, look, no Ben Davies on the bench even, so I wonder, is there an injury there that's after the developing, which if there is, it's quite scary, because then you're down to one centre-back.
And Van de Ven needs to return as quick as possible.
Yeah, so we do need Van de Ven or Romero to get back as quick as possible. But again, supposedly the back in training, we given the Izzy Alkmaar game, if we don't see them there, then I would hazard a guess how we're being told the whole truth there. But you know what, Jack, I'm actually comfortable Archie Gray coming in. I think he's been absolutely fantastic. I think he's looked better at centre-back than most of our centre-backs have this season, to be fair. So not a bad player to bring in there. Then, look, the midfield, I think, was a big call, leaving out James Madison. Now, there was rumours circulating ahead of this game that maybe potentially he had picked up a knock. Maybe is that why he's on the bench? We don't know. But the fact that he's on the bench would suggest that he's fit enough to play at some point. So if he's fit enough to play, why wouldn't you start him? I think we might take a little bit of a hit here, because with James Madison, one thing I've come to accept is that he does offer something different from that midfield, in terms of, even from Kulu, he can play people in behind. When he's not there, usually everything is to feet, it's predictable, it's boring, it's mundane. He offers that ability to be able to play people in behind from different angles and give you that different dimension going forward. So I think, that's a bit of a worry for me here today. But with Kulu back in the 10, hopefully he can open up Ipswich. Johnson back in, look, I'm not quite so sure about that. Everyone knows my problem with Brennan Johnson. I don't think he's suited to coming up against low block teams. Against low block teams, you need a player that's going to get on the ball and do one of two things: beat his man, or look to create half a yard and put devastating balls into the box. And Johnson doesn't do either. Johnson is a good finisher of other people's moves, gets in the right position and finishes off one move a game. Now look, if he can do that today and help us on our way, happy days. But on his return, he really needs to show a lot more out wide. When you've got young 17-year-old Mikey Moore, who does exactly what we were asking for, Odebear's come back and already shown good glimpses of exactly what we've been asking for, the pressure is on him to deliver, and I don't want to hear any more excuses for him. Look, look, at the end of the day, it's a good enough lineup to go out and compete. I think someone in the pre-match build-up made a good point. You take Bentancur and Son out of there, that's Tottenham's future out there practically to a large degree. A Doji Spence side aside, I'm really excited to see how that dynamic is. Defensively, hopefully it makes us a lot more solid because I do believe, they can defend one-on-one. But I'd also argue going forward, you're going to see us break nice and quickly, hopefully some free-flowing football. So I'm really excited to see how this lineup gets on today, basically, Jack. Long-winded way of getting there, but we're there.
No, it's good to have you back, previewing these lineups instead of me doing it, Dave. It's lovely. Maybe one of the other things that surprises me again is Bergvall being included in the starting lineups.
He's earned it though, right?
Say that again, sorry?
He's earned it though, right?
I think he's earned it, but I told you in the match preview or the members preview that Ange in the last few games has clearly trusted Bergvall more than maybe he's trusting other midfielders. You see Basuma on the bench there, right? Maybe he's looking at Bergvall as more of a more dependable option, or he just sees something that Bergvall is doing that maybe Basuma just can't or isn't doing. He's leaving Sarr on the bench, even though you and I have said that, I think people have been a bit harsh on Pop-Up.
He'll play against City.
To a degree, but Bergvall just being trusted, by Ange Postecoglou in these bigger games, and he's gone for Brendan Johnson instead of Maddison. I just think that's a huge call, considering because Maddison, in my opinion, pretty much apart from Jet Spence, because Jet Spence just playing on a whole nother level compared to everybody else right now.
Yeah.
But Maddison, if Jet Spence just maybe didn't play in that last game, he would have been my man of the match. So I think that's a huge call from Ange. Also, just because against an Ipswich team that did set up to sort of stifle us, did set up to sort of hurt us, on the counter, they kind of just, blocked up shop, they blocked up the midfield. I think you need guys like Maddison in a game like this personally. I'm not saying it's guaranteed that he's going to have a brilliant game. I've had the conversation about the inconsistency. Yeah. I just think Ange is, hurting himself here by leaving him on the bench. Because also I just think Brendan Johnson, far better impact sub in games like this one than he is starting games for me personally, especially while the Ipswich team is very fresh. They're going to be full of energy. So they're going to be able to sort of, track back. They're going to be able to cover for each other. Brendan Johnson's so much more devastating when you actually bring him on, when it starts to get a bit more stretched, when teams start to get a bit more tired. And then that's when Maddison actually starts to fade, is when teams start to get a bit more tired. He even gets tired himself, I think. So for me personally, I mean, Ange could absolutely get this one right. He could absolutely pull off a masterclass here. I'm not saying that won't happen. It's just I am surprised, but on a tactical level and a personnel level, that he has gone for Johnson.
Look, I think you're right to be concerned about the Maddison call. I mean, look, correct me if I'm wrong, but these are the sort of games you bought Maddison for, right? Not necessarily big games, because big games, they don't respect you. There's a lot of space for you to play in. But these games where everyone's compact against you, this is where you brought James Maddison in to unlock these sort of defences. So I do agree with you on that one. It is a bit of a peculiar call, if you like. Look, in terms of Bergvall, though, I think the kid's earned it. It was his shot that led to, Maddison's goal against Manchester United. And I think with Bergvall, it's been his all-action displays, getting around, getting stuck in, but also pressing the ball out of possession, but also in possession, he's been decent enough. But I also think part of me thinks Papa Matasari is being held back for the Man City game. He loves a goal against Man City, and I think that's the sort of game where he'll absolutely thrive, and I think that's maybe what we're seeing there. But one player I do want to talk about just quickly, Jack, is Matisse Tell. I think this kid has a really important role to play today, and if not the most important. There is going to be times where he's going to be suffocated in there with so many bodies around him. He's not going to see a lot of the ball. But this is where you're asking this guy to play a really disciplined role tonight. What we don't want to see, and what we've seen from Son in seasons gone by when he's played up there, he's got frustrated and vacated that position. So anytime we were getting the ball out wide, we didn't really have the option to cross it in because there was nobody in there. Tell has to show a bit of maturity here today. Realise he can still have a great effect on this game without having to touch the ball 100 times. With him being crowded out, it's going to happen. But that's where he still has to stay focused, stay on the shoulder of the last defender, and scrap for absolutely everything and not vacate that position. He has to be really, really disciplined today. And I really do hope he can bag a goal as well for his confidence moving forward. But that's the last thing I wanted to say on the lineup. I think that is absolutely crucial. He doesn't vacate that position.
Now he's got to learn some of those poacher tendencies, as many good strikers have, and put away some chances. Good to see so many lovely people in the house. I'll get to you guys now. Alpesh Patel in here nice and early. Good to see you, Alpesh. Saying good afternoon, Dave and Jack. I'll be watching you guys and resting up for work tonight, believe, right? Getting ready for the customer service, Alpesh, in the retail industry. He's saying, thank God, no Sunday game as I can rest up. Please, Ange, don't get out thought and played by McKenna. That's my question, Alpesh, going into this game is, as much as I'm trying to will on this team for a win here, Kieran McKenna, I thought, did a very good job against us last time. It wasn't anything spectacular. It wasn't like a genius sort of, tactical, plan by him, but he did, kind of similar to maybe other managers, clearly had some sort of idea of how to frustrate us. And, they also were very devastating on the counter. And, they have more Premier League experience, since the last time we played them. So I'm not sure if they're going to be any easier than the last time we played them, but it's up to us, to play better than we did last time, and also see if we can maybe pick up a thing or two from maybe some lessons learned, from that first encounter with them, Alpesh. But best of luck at work tonight, sir, and hopefully you rest up easy, and we can give you the satisfaction you need during this watch along. We are Spurs TV. Let's go Tottenham. Good to see you. We are Spurs. Drew Zilla saying, big up everyone, hoping for the 3 points today. That would be 3 league wins on the bounce and do wonders for squad confidence. That it would. Yeah. Smash a like for the show and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, Drew. Good to see you. And also, hopefully, you enjoyed yourself on the pre-match build-up. And, 3 league wins in a row. It's been a while since we've even been talking about win streaks, this season. There's only one other time when we even were talking about a win streak. And that was, of course, during Brendan Johnson's little lovely run, Drew. And times were different. Times were different. It was a very different stage of the season. Look how much has changed. Good to see you. IrishHotspur. The team sheet tells me Ange wants this over by halftime, and then he will pull players off. Glad Poro is getting a rest. Interesting thought. And also, thanks for being a member, by the way, IrishHotspur. We are Spurs TV saying, is Danzo out with a knock? I didn't watch Ange presser. No, Danzo's in. It's Davies is out with a knock, man. It's Davies is without the knock. And apparently, maybe something must have happened in training. Joff Totten, good to see you, Joff. He's saying the music nearly blew my ears off. We're just giving you a wake-up call, Joff. We're just giving you a wake-up call. You got to get in the zone, sir. John Cunningham is in here. Good to see you, John. Darv Hotspur's in as well. Looper Cal, good to see you, Looper Cal. Fat Tony saying, let's go, practicing a Tell hat-trick for my fantasy team. He's got Tell in the fantasy team. Big call, Fat Tony. Big call. Like that. Ed Case saying, big up, lads. Good to have you back, Dave. Jack did a great job while you were away. 3 points today. Please come on, you Spurs. Thank you, Ed. Very, very kind of you. That's what saying, almost what's the story name by looks of things. Big up, lads. Great to see you back, Dave. Thank you. That's what. Very kind of you. Connor is in here as well. Great to see you back, Dave. Very, very kind of you, Connor. Very, very kind of you, Connor. Very,
really appreciate it.
That's what. Very, very kind of you, Ed Case. I do appreciate that. Jack's fresh out the swimming pool with that cat. A little context in case you guys were curious. I'm not actually really that sick. I'm just feeling some slight feverish sort of kind of symptoms. So when I woke up this morning, I was kind of getting that shaky, kind of shivery feeling that you might get from a fever. So I've just decided to make sure, at least, to the beginning of this watch along, before things get really, heated, before things get really warm in here, I'm trying to sort of, stay as healthy as I can, Fat Tony. But that's the explanation for the crazy hat. And, instead of just a regular boring beanie, I thought I sort of, spice things up a little bit for you guys. Shem Tan saying, hey, Jack and Dave, good to see you back together for another watch along. Hope you're both doing good today. Is Jack no longer part of the Flat Cap Army? Shem, there's also more context to it. With the flat cap, I think, I'm trying to not wear it too often because I'm trying to preserve my hairline. But then in this case as well, it's also just, the flat cap doesn't do me justice for what I need right now in terms of the health department, in terms of keeping myself nice and warm. So the flat cap, it's over to the side. It's always within some sort of distance of me, but at the moment it might not be utilized at the beginning stages of the game. I'll probably have it on later. Big up to you, Shem. Really appreciate you, by the way, sir. I'm just going to catch up here with you guys. Outera Esfasare, good to see you. Charlie167, Nova THFC, Declan Littleford. What a great name, Declan. Love that name, Declan Littleford. Charlie Rogers, good to see you, Charlie. J-Mac is in here. Very, very kind of you, J-Mac, for the kind support. Mark P, member of the Mark Army. So many Marks, you have to remember that. Potty Villa, good to see you, Potty. Really appreciate you. The View from Nowhere, good to see you. Looking forward to see Jed in tandem with both Destiny and Johnson, who you combined with Forrest. Dave, never thought about that, right? Jed Spence and Brennan Johnson at one point did play together.
Yeah, Jed Spence probably carried him, to be fair. Look, let's wait and see what happens today. Look, I think one thing we've seen, Jed Spence has shown he's cut out for Premier League. I think Johnson is still waiting to sort of inspire me. Look, let's wait and see what happens. They seem to know each other. Same if Uda Bear comes off the bench, him and Tell played together underage for France, and hopefully we start to see some of these link up and some of these partnerships, because we need to start seeing it. We need to see a lot of an upturn in terms of what we're watching on the pitch. Even though we're winning games, we're still just getting by. Now we really need to see some good performances strong performances, free flash form performances, performances played in the opposition half. That's what we need to get back to between now and the end of the season. And partnerships is the only way forward. So hopefully it works out in our favour.
And Mud FC, good to see you, Mud FC. Joff Totten saying it might be 10:40 p.m. for me, but I need a coffee. There you go. You needed that wake-up call, Joff. You needed that wake-up call. Dark Sun G, Dave saying Jed and Udogie today would be great in the defense and the attack. Dark Sun G may be alluding to the fact that Pedro Porro, right, good going forward, but has been hurting us defensively in games. And Destiny Udogie, as much as I understand that people have said, he's not maybe had the best of seasons, I do feel like, at times, it gets a little bit, maybe criticized harshly, defensively, because he can lock people up. He does have good games defensively, Destiny. It's just that tends to maybe have a lapse of concentration in him every now and again, or maybe he's a little bit too rash sometimes in like a challenge where he picks up a yellow card that he doesn't necessarily need to, that type of thing. But Dave, I mean, technically the back line should be more solid, right, with Udogie and Jet Spence. It's a good point.
No, 100%. I think that's what excites me more, Jack. The fact that they could both defend one-on-one. I think, look, I do think Porro's been better defensively the last two Premier League games against Brentford and Man United. But he's still our most vulnerable across that backline, despite the improvements. A lot of the things I see with Pedro Porro, and it strikes me with a player out of confidence. When I was playing in teams, if a player was out of confidence or not, didn't really believe in his ability or was scared in terms of getting in after the ball, usually they sort of jockey off, wait for cover, or look for protection. And I see that in Pedro Porro. I remember against Man United, I'm watching him sit in behind Kevin Dancer, and I'm like, what on earth is going on? Why are you sitting there? Get out there and look to defend that one-on-one. Look at the amount of space you're giving them to either cut inside, take a shot, deliver a devastating cross, and you're giving them all the time in the world to do it. You're not even getting any pressure on. So for me, I think one thing I've been really impressed with is Jed Spence and his ability to be able to defend one-on-one, whether it's been Mo Salah or whether it's been John Giles, from League One. It really doesn't matter. He's absolutely locked them up. And one thing I've always praised Destiny Udogie for is his ability to defend one-on-one. These boys have the pace, the strength, and the aggression to sort of be able to do that. With Pedro Porro, he's playing scared, so I think it's the right call, and I think the future, I think it's very dynamic in terms of defensively and going forward, but most importantly, I do think it should make us a lot more defensively solid. We shouldn't be as exposed down that right-hand side as we have been.
Really good analysis from you there, Dave. Ribsy85 saying, let's relegate this trash. Ribsy, love that. And also as well, earlier he had a very funny comment. I feel like I've broken the space-time continuum.
Ribsy's very angry today.
With this beanie, I feel like I've broken the space-time continuum because Ribsy earlier saying Jack is wearing a swimming cap or something. This is normal. This is all fine. Yeah, don't be alarmed. Don't panic. Do-rag Jack, says Tyler. Definitely not a do-rag, Tyler. Calm down. Calm down, T. Calm down, sir. Trinidad saying the D and J are back, smooth sailing stream, and we are coming back to resume normal service. Trinidad actually almost developed a bit of an Adrian Chia streak where I think Trinidad is starting to, kind of believe in the conspiracies, starting to believe in the, kind of superstitions. If the stream starts to fail, means it's not going to be a good day for Tottenham Hotspur. But if the stream is doing, very well, means it's going to be a good day. So I like that from Trinidad. We have to find some sort of hope and some sort of analysis because Spurs usually are impossible to explain. King Hoddle, good to see you. What's up, ladies and jerks? Stevie Frazier, good to see you. Saying smash the like button. And also, Stevie, apologies for my midfield performance yesterday in pro clubs or my winger performances. Lazy 8 saying, I have a feeling that the plan is to make plenty of subs in the second half, press the hell out of them for the full 90. We have a strong bench. It's a fair point, Nick. Good to see you as always, sir. Up nice and early. Adrian Chia, good to see you, Adrian. Pick up lads is and resting players for the city. So, Dave, I mean, Adrian's come in on this. A few people were kind of pointing out to me that Madison maybe being dropped to the bench is actually more just priming him up for the Man City game. What do you make of that? Like, I'm not too sure because we have breaks in between these games. So I don't really get it.
Look, for me, they've had a week since the Man United game, and look, I go by the old adage: you don't really change a winning team, especially if you're looking for
you're only
where
playing
you
once
are.
a week at the moment.
Yeah, but like if you're looking to build momentum and that, from where we are, a team full of, lack of confidence, a lot of injuries, you don't really change a winning team, and you look to sort of push that on. And So I'm a bit perplexed in that regard. Don't get me wrong. I mean, when I done my predicted lineup, I didn't make any changes to the starting lineup because, I just go by that rule all the time. However, look, I think you also have to take into account, you do have Man City midweek. You do have players that maybe you would like to give a rest to, like the likes of Porro, Son, Kulusevski. Now I know them two are starting, but they've logged the most minutes in the squad this season. So at some point you do need to look to rest them. But also you need to get them players coming back. You need to give them minutes and get them match sharp because you have to prepare this squad to be ready for that Europa League run once it kicks back in. And maybe there's an element of Postecoglou just trying to get everybody some minutes now to get them all back up to full speed to hit that Europa League running. So let's wait and see. But look, it's an interesting one. I wouldn't have made changes. I would have played the same squad today, and then I maybe would have looked to freshen it up, take Bergvall out, put Papa Matsar in against Man City, and maybe something like that. But I'm not sure about the changes today. Look, let's wait and see.
Hey, we'll wait and see. And I'm also going to pull up the game for us here, but I'll get on to some of the next good comments. Scooter Reacts, if I didn't say hello to you earlier, good to see you.
Scooter. Beep,
as
beep.
always. And the one and only Rakdos Madness. Lovely meeting you last
Big
night,
up,
sir. He's a great guy, by the way, everybody. Check him out. Team Tottenham Go. Lovely man. He's going to be off to a wedding today, but he's up nice and early still
enjoy.
to watch the game. Thanks, Alan, for having a wonderful, for meeting up with me, and thanks for spending time with me and having a great dinner. And he's saying, good morning, David, Jack. Great to see you both. Good morning to you, Alan. Hopefully you're enjoying maybe some good coffee. I know there's some good coffee shops around your area, but you're up so early that maybe they're not even open yet, the coffee shops. You're open before even the coffee shops are open. But big up to you, Alan. And looking forward to meeting up with you again, maybe in better weather, because I would say Washington at this time of year, definitely very rainy. Darkson G, good to see you, sir. Can't wait to see Odebear come on and play today. Sunny Gold. I mean, Sun was owed an assist last time, Darkson G. You pointed that out to me. Maybe it's time that he sort of takes it into his own hands, right? And, scores the goal himself. I think both him and Kulusevski as well kind of maybe had some chances towards the end there, maybe to sort of give us that second goal. I thought Sonny played pretty well in the last game, and it's just about him sort of hitting similar levels. And
Yeah,
I think we'll get a much better team in general. I actually think he played pretty well in the last game. So if he just continues that, I think, we'll get a good performance today.
I think with Sonny though as well, I think having bodies back, it's good that you're not asking him to go through the what's the word? Go through the pain barrier for the last 20 minutes. It's clear with his age that he's fading. He can't do what we're asking him to do for the full 90 minutes, especially out of possession. And in the second half, when the game comes one way, it makes it tougher for him. So it's good to be able to haul him off early, which in then turns means he's fresher going into the next game, and you'll see an even better Son. That's the hope anyway. So hopefully that happens, Dark Sun G, because no matter how much I grate on Son or anyone else grates on Son, we need him between now and the end of the season. So let's hope he can hit the ground running.
And then Tyler, member for 25 months, you absolute legend, Tyler.
Big
saying,
up,
missed you, Dave. Hope the boys finally perform. Come on, you Spurs. Hey, man, they were able to get over the line against Man United. They were able to get over the line against Brentford, but they need to perform once again here at Big T. But let's see if we can finally put on another winning streak. I think that's what we should be saying, Tyler. Let's put on another winning streak. Thanks for the support, man. Thanks for being a part of this community, and thanks for just being a good friend. I think to a lot of people around the community as well, Tyler. Good to see you, sir. DB is in the house as well. Legend that is DB. Good to see you. Thanks for all the support as well. While Dave was gone, DB. And then we have as well, Amron is in here. Great name. Lesser Known is in the house. Good to see you, Lesser Known. Niall O'Connor. Breckon. Big up, Breckon. And also, I forgot to wish you, I know in one of the previous streams you were saying it was your birthday. So happy belated birthday. Breckon, and hopefully you're doing okay, sir. He says, big up, Jack and Dave. Surely we can't be done in twice by Ipswich. No, let's hope not. Anyways, I'm predicting a 2-1 win. Yeah, you got to now. You got to. Moss Chops, I'm in Germany now. Big up to you, Moss Chops.
He's traveling from Poland. It's his birthday today as well, by the way. Happy birthday, Mossy.
God, how am I not invited? That sounds like my sort of night out. Eastern Europe,
Jack's an expert in Berlin.
Eastern Europe pub crawl. Eastern Europe pub crawl. That's sort of
if you're going to Berlin, you got to call Jack. He's your tour guide.
Yeah, easily. That sounds like a lot of fun. Why am I not invited, Moss? Dark Sun G saying, Jack, do you also think our best 11 for Europa is Vic, Spence, Cootie, Van de Ven, Udogi, Benton, Cord, Madison, Bergval, Kulu, Bergval, Sun? I think yes. For me, son, I think it would be that whole back line that you mentioned there, Dark Sun G. I would go for Bentancur and Madison in midfield. I'd probably go for Sar still, just because I really do rate Pop to Sar. And then I'd actually, this is crazy, but I would go for Sonny, Dominic Solanke, and Kulusevski. And then I would look to have Odebear and then the likes of Odebear and and Johnson and Tell and others sort of rotate between themselves, kind of. Maybe even Tell gets into the starting lineup eventually for me, Dark Sun G, if he plays well enough. But yeah, that would be mine at the moment, man. It's just nice to see the sort of rotation, but quickly already Spurs are being broken in behind, and it's Delap, and it's nearly
No.
in.
Oh, no.
And
Oh, it's off the line. No, it's in. Has the ball gone over the line?
Holy shit, we nearly conceded in
Jesus Christ, what a start.
We've ever conceded this season.
I was about to say, welcome back, David Harris.
It could have been faster than the Brentford goal at home. Remember, Brentford scored on us inside like 45 seconds.
What's going on here?
Something's happening here. I think he's given offside. It
Let's have a
definitely
look.
wasn't offside with Delap. He was well on.
He's not off. Let's have
He
another
just
look
broke
here.
through the midfield. No problem there.
He's such a good player, Delap. Gets a good shot off.
save
Good
from
save.
Vicario. And then, he's offside.
Oh, the
He's
player on
behind
the line that blocked
goalkeeper.
it. The Ipswich player done us a favour there. Well, we got away with that one. I was about to say I might go back to my sick bed, Jack. If we conceded that early, because big up Tyler, by the way. I appreciate that. I've missed everyone while I've been away, and pro clubs as well, which would be good to get back to some point next week. But really appreciate the support. But you know what? I was worried about coming back today because if Tottenham don't win, I'll be classed as the jinx because you were winning when I was away. So, I really had the pressure's on. We got to get the win today.
Dave would have to make a journey, to the mountains somewhere, to go to like a monastery to sort of make sure that he's not cursed or something like that.
Yeah. But I just want to say to everybody, I really do appreciate the love. It's been absolutely immense. Thank you very much. And big up to Jack as well for keeping it going, putting out content while I was out. It's not easy doing it on your own. So fair play. Big up, everybody. It's really brilliant to be back. Let's see how we're moving the ball here nicely. Great.
Well, Dave, is it brilliant to be back? Inside 45 seconds, you've already seen us nearly concede, to Ipswich inside the first. That was the first attack, the first move, and they probably should have scored there. And here they are again.
Oh, Lord.
Delap.
Again, he's terrorizing us again. He's took on Archie on the inside. It's too
Gray.
easy. Oh, it's gone across. It's corner kick, isn't it?
Prepare for a 6-0 here.
Jesus Christ, Liam Delap is absolutely rinsing our centre-backs. It's just another ball over the top. Strong, powerful run. Slows it down, then picks up speed. Goes on the inside of Archie Gray. Oh, it's a good we got away with that one there. I don't know whether it's a tackle or a shot here by Liam Delap. Let's have a look here. It could be a bit of both. Oh, I think it's a good challenge in the end by Archie Gray,
He did
actually.
well to sort of knock him off.
It's not a good start by Tottenham, though. It's very lively by
not.
Ipswich, just looking to get the ball straight up to the lap and get him to cause problems. We really need to
try route one, though, into Delap each time, and they're just catching him on the flank over there. They're just, sort of having him
That's
shift
what they
over
done to
to
us in
that
the
left
first leg.
side. And Dave, what's funny is, it's almost like Jed Spence is experiencing the same thing as Pedro Porro. He's nowhere to be found.
It's what they done to us in the first leg. They just hit the challenge with the lap or hit the ball up to the lap. I remember he bullied Drags and Romero all game. That's what he does. Look at the size of the guy. He's a fucking unit. Good ball down the line here, though, by Sonny. On to Destiny Adogi. Can he keep it in? He does,
What a
he burns him. Can he go again? Another touch. It's another good touch. Oh, why didn't he put it across? He should have put it across.
Eventually, he's got to release it. You just got to
I think
release
he
it
ends up
somewhere.
kicking the goalkeeper in the head, but that's bright from Destiny Adogi. What a return from action here. It's a
pass
lovely
from
ball around the corner from Son. Destiny Adogi keeps that in. He just burns the fullback. Takes the extra touch there. Right thing to do, but that's where he's got to cross it.
Who is it there? Is that Johnson in the middle?
Yeah, that's where he's got to cross it. He just took a touch too much there. That touch there. He's just got to cross it. Very end-to-end opening start to the first few minutes here, though. Very lively.
Stateside Footy saying, I love me some Archie Gray, but that's a big mismatch between him and Delap. Yeah, at both times, he's just been absolutely outpowered and outpaced by Delap. That's what's also showing is that Archie Gray, definitely not known for recovery pace, but Delap, clearly seems to fancy himself, in these first few minutes, in the sprint.
Good player. He's a very good player. Yeah, Liam Delap, scoring over 10 goals for a team like Ipswich in a relegation battle. And the trouble that I watch a lot of Ipswich
as
highlights.
Good of a player he is, though. It's just 2 attacks and he's just clean through. Something is up here. You can't be doing that. Amazing.
Big up Stateside Footy, though. I'm on his channel tomorrow at, I think, noon my time. So big up. Looking forward to it, my man.
Oh, lovely from Tell.
Oh, brilliant. Come on now, ref. Can we get a card here?
Just let him pull off, maybe a move there, see what he could do.
Jet Spence now in possession. Looking for Kulu. Kulu takes it in. Or Johnson even.
They're going to be up for this Ipswich with the way they've started. Danzo, he's over on the left side, by the way, Danzo, and Archie Gray on the right. Danzo.
Come on. Ipswich, they're going at us nice and early here. They fancy this, that's for sure. Danzo gives away a free kick there. It's poor. Oh.
Well, so far, Hutchinson and Delap, same story from last time. Just causing us
Yeah,
problems.
it's not a good start from Tottenham Hotspur. Got to be a lot more livelier than this. They fancy this, that's for sure. They looked at this and said 3 points here. Calvin Phillips. I mean, why have a haircut like that when you're playing for Ipswich Town? I can understand if you're playing for the top teams in the league, but Ipswich Town and you're having hairstyles like that. Honestly, some of these footballers need to get a grip of themselves. Oh, it's a header. It's off the post. Oh, well done. That's a good clearance there by, I think, was Bentancur. It's an overhead now. Ooh, we are living dangerously, living life on the edge. Would you have it any other way?
Who's relegating who, Ribsy?
It's a good ball in. I think Liam Delap gets on the end of that. He does. Oh, he is causing us severe problems.
Should be 3-0 to Daniel Larson.
Yeah.
God, it should be.
Comes off the post. It's a good header. That's Harry Kane.
It's not like it's been 3 random sort of chances too. It's like 3 very close.
Can't even get out here.
3 very close efforts to it going in, like last ditch defending, and also just desperation that it doesn't go in. Daniel, be kind. 3-1, says Sleepy.
Liam Delap
True,
scored.
actually. Desi Udogie should have squared it to Johnson. It should be 3-1 right now. Should be game on. Should be a basketball game.
Liam Delap has scored 10 of Ipswich's 23 goals this season. Fucking what a player.
The Big D saying Ipswich have come out the traps quickly. Yeah, they have, Big D.
Oh, they're putting the pressure on us. Oh my God.
Poor.
We can't get the grips of this. They're just putting pressure on us. We're not expecting it. We need to sharpen up and liven up very quickly. Cuts inside again. It's a good block this time by Destiny Udogie. What can Sonny do? It's a good pass inside to Bergval. Bergval, good touches there.
Where it?
Sonny, good ball into Bentancur. This is more like it.
Good touch.
Well done. Good ball out to Gray. Let's progress this now.
All right, lads. Let's see if we can get into their half.
Mercedes Benting class. On to Danzo. Rhythm is a dancer. Oh my God, no rhythm in his body whatsoever. On to Bentancur.
He looks uncomfortable on the left. Danzo. He already had a good game on the right, and now shifting him over to the left is a big call, it feels like, too. I wonder why that's happened.
Why not just play Archie Gray there? He's
played on the left before.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
Left. I'm confused.
That's it. Keep ball here. Tire them out. Sonny. Back to Danzo. Switches it to Archie. Archie, good ball forward here. Dejan Kulusevski switch of play. It's a good ball here to Destiny. Oh!
I like that.
Palmer quick off his line to snuff that out, but that's a good idea. That's a good ball there from Kulu. Good run from Destiny. It's more like it.
I like that from Kulu.
It's weird having a game 3 o'clock on a Saturday. When was the last time we've had one at this time?
Yeah,
usually we're sitting on big up and watching on.
3 o'clock, especially for you guys. Very famous kickoff time, but we never get to have them.
It's so bloody weird, man.
Well, we're now one of the once-a-week teams, Dave.
Yeah, sad, really.
Doesn't look like we are playing at the moment.
Jed Spence, good pass inside to Kulu. Kulu back to Jedi. Oh, good touch by Jedi. Great footwork by Jedi. Burns 2 of them. Plays a forward into Tal.
Get rid of it, man. Oh, lovely.
Plays it behind Destiny. That's unbelievable from Jedi Spence. Do you know, I was asked the question with Drew and Adrian last night, who's the best baller in the Tottenham team? I said Spence. I said he's just an absolute baller. Unbelievable.
Lovely stuff from the Jedi.
Give it to him again. Kulu into Jedi. It's just great footwork. He just burns them.
Destiny. Into Bergs. Good turn. Good shifting.
Nah, too much.
Yeah, he's got to get rid of it sooner than by that point. Danzo. Archie.
Let's go, Spence.
It seems really... Oh, lovely from Kulu. Just not too sure. It looked like a good pass.
Johnson on the press. Good press and
work.
Well
Johnson.
Unlucky. Can Kulu get across?
Into Schmadix, I believe.
Oh, well done. That's brilliant play. No way, ref. No way, ref. That's poor.
Ref, he's not even touched it as well. That's the point. Like, it's a full 50-50. He's not even touched it. It's not even an elbow. He's showing him the weight room.
Aldantis is hashtag Beyonce and hashtag Enoch out. I mean, I could imagine many men being Beyonce.
Get rid of Enoch. Maybe we lose Beyonce as well. Are you willing to tolerate that?
I reckon many people.
Maybe there's a special relationship between Enoch and Beyonce. Beyonce boycotts Spurs.
Do you know them fan meetings? If Beyonce was there, you watch the amount of how many people would be looking to attend. You'd probably be able to set up a stadium. 99% of men. It's cleared. Good press here by Tottenham. Good header by Jedi Spence. Flicks it on. Bergvall on to Kulu. Gets cut out. Bentancur picks it up. Good touch. Archie Gray takes it down. Let's get this back under control. Now we're starting to get a bit of grips to the game here. Let's see if we can create something. Jedi Spence tacular. Go on, just go with it. Just do it yourself.
Ed Sheeran. Archie. Good ball.
Good
Kulu.
movement.
Good positioning by Kulu.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I don't know how he lost it there.
I don't even know what he was trying to do there.
Well,
don't tell. Good pressing.
How did we not want it?
Come on, Kulu, sprint.
I felt like Tell just somehow missed the challenge. All right, starting to look a little bit better here in that we haven't looked like conceding in the past few minutes, so we're starting to improve here. Small improvements. It's only 11 minutes in. Holy nuts.
Yeah, I'm already exhausted.
It's more chances, more open goal chances than you like in 45 minutes, really. Like this is enough chances you would see in 45 minutes, let alone 11 and 50.
They're already time wasting. It took them 20 minutes there to take that throw in. Fuck me. Danzo. Don't do anything stupid. Thank you.
Playing Vic.
Use that left foot.
Doesn't want to.
You have to.
Really doesn't want to.
Well on, Destiny. Well mopped up. Bergvall, good ball. Good play between him and the Bentancur. Destiny,
nice,
go on.
Destiny.
Go on,
Take
Destiny.
your space, lad. Lovely.
Good ball down the line for Sonny. Can he get there?
Sonny.
He burns him. He burns him. He's on the inside of him. Pulls it back. Pull it back. Bergvall! Oh, no. What defending?
Oh, Johnson. You gotta see that, lad.
Oh, Greaves on Johnson. That's absolutely unbelievable. Last minute defending.
It was. Johnson looked a little slow to react.
Could have been a bit more aggressive, maybe.
He looked slow to react. Yeah, slow to react.
Oh.
Great play from Sonny and Destiny Udogie.
It's a good physical game, this, though. I like it.
Yeah, Sonny showing a bit of pace there, which is nice to see.
Yeah, he burned them.
Against a young defender.
That's twice we've got in behind them down that side. That we need to target that a bit more here.
Still got the burners, Dark Sun G. Still got him.
He's got Werner's boots on today.
He's got Timo Werner's boots on. Just
change
him when you get a shooting chance.
Yeah. Oh, great takedown by Spence. Good ball by Johnson. Back to Spence. Oh, great footwork by Spence again.
Lovely stuff from Oh, no. Oh, no. He's feeling something.
It's all right. Spencer Dini, he'll get up.
Oh, no.
No, he took it down on the nuts. No, he took it on the nuts. Yep, that's going to win them. Right in the baby maker. Oh, that's a painful one.
You don't want it to be something else, like a little hammy or a little groin.
No, something. It's not. No, okay. That one's come down right on the baby makers, lad. You look at Archie Gray, even he's laughing. He's like, "Oh, that's a sore."
I think Jed Spence has almost replaced some of like Kulusevski is nearly our most important player now. The guys.
Tyler, please get up my goat.
Please.
Here we go. Destiny powering forward here. Lovely stuff. Like a stallion.
Get rid of it.
The Italian stallion. Oh, it's poor decision making.
Lad. You got to get rid of it.
Spence picks it up here, though. Takes that one down on the chest. I think he learned his lesson.
Left him short.
Johnson, for fuck's sake, you idiot.
I don't know. I thought he left him short there, or maybe they just weren't on the same wavelength. Clearly just didn't have the same idea there.
Why foul him as well? It's so stupid. He's standing there waiting. He should.
Yeah, that's a stupid foul. He doesn't need to foul him.
Come on, Brennan. Let's get back to what were people calling him? Bernaldo. Let's get Bernaldo back out here.
Thank God it was just a nut shot since Big D. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, he's all this. It took a lot to replace Kulusevski as the most important player, but I wonder if he has done. I wonder if he now is the most important Tottenham Hotspur player at the moment. Jed Spence.
Oh, turn that. Well done, Bentancur.
Stuck in.
It's a good ball over the top for Johnson. Can he turn on the Jets? He can't get there. Greaves deals with it.
Forced it there. It didn't need to.
Yeah.
Or he must have thought Johnson was in behind, but he wasn't.
It was an ambitious ball. It was ambitious. Look, I appreciate it. It's better than not trying.
He got stuck, to be fair. I mean, it's gotten a lot better. Like I said, everybody, inside the first 10 minutes, I think we could have conceded 4 or 5 times. So, a lot of improvement here. Seeing close to 400 in the house. Smash the like button for us, please.
Come on. Run them likes up. Run it up. Palmer going to punt this long. Sometime today. That's another 2 minutes added on at the end of this half. Oh, Gray doesn't win it. Liam Delap. Gray. That was poor from Gray. Well done. Spence-tacular. That's my goal.
The recovery of this kid is just incredible. Great recovery pace.
And an out ball. And Johnson gives it away. He's unbelievable, Spence.
Oh,
well done, Bergman. Go on. Go on, Tell. Oh, just will not fall for Tell.
That lucky fucker.
Yeah, he's so lucky, lad.
Jesus,
so
he
lucky.
played it right into him. How is
if that's us, it goes their way. Guarantee you. Well done, Spence.
I do that in FIFA. That's an instant goal.
Ref, come on now. It's not Saturday night. Gray doesn't want to get that intimate. Can we get a free? Thank you.
Oh, Jack Clark. Someone 2-foot him.
Rodrigo. Looking for options. Don't start getting static now. Moves it on to Danzo. Good ball out here to Sonny. Sonny, good. Go on, play Bentancur. Play Bentancur.
Squeeze it in.
No, don't point and give excuses, Sonny.
Don't acknowledge it if you know that you could have played it.
You play that, we break the lines. Good ball. Oh,
there's ball. Step up, Gray.
Yeah, no, Gray. Oh, he goes for one over the top here.
Good ball as
well. Sonny, it's a great ball. Sonny takes it down. Is he on? It looks like he is. Looks to doubled up. He spins them. Puts it across. Yes! It's Brennan Johnson. Or is it an own goal? It's Brennan. It's Brennan.
It's the
Come on.
Oh, there he is, Dave.
Brenaldo.
He's there for a reason, the Brennan.
Let's see if there's an offside here for Sonny. If not, then the goal will stand. Absolutely unbelievable.
Great one-on-one here from Sonny. Great one.
The fact that they doubled up on him and he still burned both of them is unbelievable defending. It's a great ball here from Archie Gray. It's a great ball.
Could he be off there?
Maybe, but it's a great ball there from Archie Gray.
It's great ball from Gray. Look at the one-on-one here from Sonny.
He knows
he can't go inside. He knows he can't go inside, and it's a great ball.
They double up on him and he burns both of them. It's just a question whether he's onside from that ball from Archie Gray. But honestly, what composure from the kid to be able to get his head up and play that ball in behind.
As well, like he wants to cut inside there, but he readjusts, right? He wants to cut inside, and then he sees that the only way he can go is outside.
He sees he's doubled up on.
But then he sells it. Yeah. He sells going inside. He somehow sells it to them, and then it's beautiful one-on-one play from Sonny. It's textbook.
Has it been given? Yeah, looks like we're getting on with play.
Come on! Man, come on!
Let's go. What a goal. Come on, Spurs. Ronaldo Johnson, baby.
How are we 1-0 up?
We deserve it. After the early onslaught, we've been pretty good getting grips of the game. Now we're fucking up. Not there now, Bentancur. It's to the edge of the box. Hutchinson moves it out wide. Son getting back and doing his defensive duties there well. Phillips. Back to O'Shea. Back to Phillips. Bergval getting on him. So's Tell. Oh, come on. Someone show a bit more aggression. You'll nick that. Oh, it's a good ball in behind. Bentancur caught napping. It's a ball across. It's a free header. Vicario plucks it out of the air from Jack Clark. Bentancur caught slacking there, letting his man go. Spence. Vicario moves it on quickly to Danzo. Good ball down the line to Sonny. Sonny good wraps it into a doggy. Can't get a hold of it. Good pressing by Tal. Oh, it's a good ball into Liam Delap.
Oh, no, on the right side.
He spins, he gets the shot off. It's gone wide. Has it gone out for a corner kick here?
Really good play from Delap, but if he did see Johnson, man, he's not tracking back because he thinks he's big bollocks, because he scored the goal. He's this player here. Look at that Jack Clark. He would have been wide open, Jack Clark, if he played him. Or Davis, their fullback. He would have been clean through.
Where is he? What's he even doing there? He's just standing there doing fuck off.
I just saw the run initially. I was like, Davis was like, he looked at Johnson and then he knew Johnson wasn't going to track back.
Yeah.
It's just again,
we're lucky Delap didn't get his head up there.
We're so lucky Ipswich haven't scored 3.
It's an outswinger. It's cleared. Kulu, it's a free shot here. Oh,
fucking hell, Vicario.
It's not too far away. Who's that winger there? He's good. He's had a few moments here.
Philogene? Yeah, Jaden Philogene.
He's playing well. Yeah, he's playing well. He was linked to Barcelona
goal for the whole city, Dave.
Yeah, he's having a good impact here. He played that ball into that there, had that shot. He's doing well. Carrier, where is that to? That's absolutely shocking. Straight back to Ipswich. Philogene. Oh, well done, a doggy. Kulu picks it up. Good ball to a doggy. Back to Kulu. Is it gone out? Yeah. Fuck me.
I love how much I've broken everyone's minds with the no. It's like I already hurt everyone's feelings when I occasionally went no flat cap, when I went with the hair. But now that I've gone with like a beanie, it's just broken everyone's minds. Good to see you, Stevie, cockeyed Steve. He's saying, evening all question, has Jack been swimming or just has a blatant disregard for the flat cap legacy?
The swimming pool comments are fucking mad. They're so funny. When I heard it first, I was breaking. Honestly, I started coughing. I was laughing that hard. It was brilliant.
Rag swimming caps.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Big up, Stevie.
I love it. I love this community.
Disregard for the legacy.
Yeah, I love this community. Such great people. Such witty people.
It's basically shitting on the badge of the Irish Hotspur, isn't it? Steve, it's completely out of line.
You've broken the dress code.
Get away, Jack, says Tyler. No, stop, Tyler. Stop now.
You've broken the dress code. I think that's what's upset them.
Oh, love that, Danzo. Good composure there from the kid. Destiny, what a ball from Destiny.
Play someone, kid. Come on.
Man. He's struggling to get out of his feet.
Yeah, he's just got to try and play someone and keep that ball moving there, keep it ticking. They're on the break here, though. Ipswich pulls it back to the lap. Don't let him shoot. He does. Straight down there, Vicario's throat. He's causing us real problems to that.
It looks like Jack is on loan.
Looks like Jack has been. Do you know them people where they go to say cut down a forest or something? It looks like Jack's just come back from, camping out there for a month. Yeah. No, people that protest to not cut down things. You look like you're after coming back off one of them.
Back from my Stop Oil protest, everybody.
Well, not yeah. Well, they're just pathetic. Speaking of which, that tweet was classic there a few weeks ago. Someone just called just Stop Oil.
So far, everyone, it's interesting stats to look at. You got 62% possession for Spurs, but Ipswich have 10 shots and 3 on target, and we have 3 shots and 1 on target. So Spurs taking their chances at the moment, to be fair, whereas Ipswich have not. Ipswich
are just getting the ball into the lap at every opportunity and looking to get a shot on goal. We're trying to be a bit more crafty, a bit more, what would you say, less in a rush to get forward and try and grab that goal. We're in control of the game, so we're just looking to keep possession here, take the sting out of their press, take the momentum or belief out of them a little bit, and hopefully, if we can catch them on a quick second here, it'd be could make this game very easy for ourselves. Into Kulu.
Jack throws tomato soup on fine art.
I seen a video there the other day of a guy that glued himself inside the garage, and the owner just turned off the lights and all. And then he was crying because he was left there with no food and he was cold.
You look like a fortune teller.
No, do you know what you look like, actually? A guy that you'd pass who's gone hiking, lad. You just need the hiker pose. Good ball here, in behind for Sonny. Gets the head up. No one there. Looks to cut in. Going himself here.
Yes.
Lays it off. Johnson! Someone, can we get a welfare check on Drew? This is too much for him to handle. Brennan Johnson at the double. And he's giving the shush as well.
Johnson again. Ole, ole.
Don't start with the shushing celebration, though, please.
Yeah, he did it last time.
Do it week in, week out. We won't have a problem.
What's his problem? I mean, just... Oh, no.
Well, sun's off here.
No. I think the center back might have kept him on.
Maybe.
The far center back, left-sided center back. Potentially.
Great play again here by
Great Sonny.
Sonny.
Just great. Sonny deserves
Composure, brilliant.
Deserved 2 assists from the last game, now he's gotten his assist this time. Great one-on-one play from Sonny again. Great finish.
I like Jack. In recent weeks, he's been a bit selfish where he's pulled the trigger there. He just holds off, realizes it's not on, lays it off. It's a good finish by Brennan Johnson.
Through the legs somehow.
Is it on, though? That's the big question. Is Son on? Has that centre-back kept them on? But we're getting joy down this left-hand side of Ipswich. This ball in behind, it is killing them. We've created all of our opportunities down this side.
Drew needs to wipe his TV screen, says Tyler.
Is it been given? It looks like it is.
Yeah.
Come on! How is Son onside there? Let's go.
I think it was that left-sided center back once again.
Yeah, I think you're right. 2-0. Let's go.
Wow. We have
Come
been
on.
clinical today. We are
ripping them apart. We're turning the farmers into turnips. Let's go. Ironically, they grow them. Drew Silla says 2 assists by the guy that's passed it for a guy who should be sold, scoring his second.
He's been brilliant one-on-one, Drew. Like exactly what we've been talking. Oh, here he is again. Sonny!
Oh, Sonny! Oh, it's a good save by Palmer.
I think he's probably been the player this half, to be fair, Drew. Like, it's just, we've been talking about all season, right? We need wingers who can run at their fullback, create space, be able to create for others, just be positive, be direct. Sonny's been all those things in this game. He's actually, It's almost like he's doing it in a very textbook manner. It's not really even anything that's super out of the ordinary or anything. He's a very textbook winger, and he's doing it in a very simple way. And it's just exactly what we've been needing, man. It's exactly what we've been needing. Really good one-on-one stuff from him.
I love seeing Johnson slide in there, so I'm looking for the hat-trick. Here we go, corner kick, and then we'll get to see what Ribsy's saying. Good to see you, Ribsy. Sonny with the corner here. To the far post. Palmer, not the most convincing. Well done, Danso, you animal. Bentancur.
Header. Oh.
Kulu, smack that. Oh, referee, get out the way, you twat. You're not playing. You're in a black suit for a reason.
Ripsy with a super chat. Jack, if you take that effing swimming cap off, you are a dead man. It's clearly lucky. Oh, we're so desperate, aren't we? We're so desperate. We're just too desperate. We're just too desperate. Do I wash it? Ripsy asked me that. Am I allowed to wash it?
Well, I do sort of agree with it. If we do win comfortably today and handsomely enough, I do think that's got to be your rig out for the foreseeable, Jack. Could be. Do you know what? It could be the symbol that gets us all the way to a Europa League final. You just don't know. I'd love to see you in Bilbao walking around with that on. That'd be class.
Jack Phelps.
All he's missing is a towel over his shoulder, like he's going to the beach.
You can shower with it on, says Ripsy.
Oh, the swimming pool comment.
That actually probably do wonders for the hairline if I showered with it on. Actually sometimes they do that where people put on like a bit of like a protective layer between themselves and the hair. I should try that, Ripsy.
No, I do love it. You remind me of a guy. There's a guy that I used to work with in the hotel. He was a chef. He used to wear that around the kitchen. It was a cool guy as well, actually.
Big up the swim cap army, says TV.
So
everyone's buying swim caps.
If there is a representative from Speedo watching, I mean, now's your time if you've been looking at a promotion.
Speedo, get the Speedo.
I'll wear the
Speedo
actual
Twitter,
Speedos, and Jack can wear the swim caps.
No flat cap company has ever come to us. Will Speedo come to us? The flat cap companies have avoided us. They know we're strong. They've taken advantage of our brand loyalty. They've taken advantage of our style and our sense of style. We're swimming over to the flat cap, to the swim cap, swimming over to them. Oh wow! Somehow evaded all those challenges.
Google eyes on
Wait.
everything. Jack Phelps.
Get the goggles on.
The Alaskan Hotspur says Jack stuck with the cap. I think so, man. I do think so for the foreseeable. Anyway, what I would say is expect to see this against City for sure. It's become a bit of a culture trend, Jack. You know, it's what we do at Hatch. You know, I bought the flat cap. Now you're bringing the what is that? A bandana? What do you call it?
So many funny comments today. I'm just reading the chat.
Is it a bandana, Jack?
What's a bandana?
On your head?
No, it's just a beanie. It's like a
a beanie. Okay.
It's like a ski sort of
yeah
kind of beanie where it's I think it's even from it's like a Norwegian company or something. We'll see. Okay. I probably shouldn't take it off actually. Ribsy, I almost took it off there. Almost a yellow card. Almost a yellow card moment. Ribsy, am I allowed to take it off to look at the company? I'm pretty sure I'm not. I think I have to wait till full time. Just a moment here though. Hutchinson, he plays in behind Davis. Bentancur, good clearance, good recovery. Uh-oh. It's Jaden Philogene. He's cutting inside. Good strength from Bergvall. Everybody, you got to get out of each other's way here. You got to move.
I'm just looking at them hippie tops, Jack, the big oversized tops. I can't get the name of them, but I'm looking at them here. I'm just thinking... I'm not sure what they're called. It's you know, they're being advertised as a Mexican style hoodie, but I'm not sure that's right.
Like ponchos.
But I was going to say a commode, but that's a toilet. It's the wrong word. There is a jacket beginning with a K that I'm trying to think of. But I reckon if we can get Spurs crest printed on this, I reckon we've got a good good thing going on here.
Oh, wow, am I taking hippie form?
See, the hat seems to be bringing a lot of attention here today, Jack. Over 500 people watching. It's going up every time we keep talking about the hat. And Nick Lazy 8 says, Captain Jack Kanicki going to sell the black pearl all the way to Bilbao. Or sail the black pearl all the way to Bilbao. God, I can't read today. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Alaskan Hotspur as well, saying Jack stuck with the cap. Looks like I am. It's not going anywhere, Alaskan. Hopefully you're doing all right up in Fairbanks, sir. Beautiful Fairbanks.
Kimono, that's the one. Big up biscuit chicken.
Japanese robe, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want. I need a kimono in my life. That's what I've been.
Get you and your missus a kimono. Get yourselves matching kimonos.
Yeah, no, I want a kimono. That's what I want.
Archie Gray into Johnson. Tried to play Kulusevski down the line.
But while we've got 500 people here, why not run them likes up? Brennan Johnson on a double, Tottenham 2-0 up. And we're having good banter here today. What more is there to life than 3 o'clock on a Saturday than this? Come on. Let's go.
You're going to sell the Black Pearl all the way to Bilbao.
What does that mean?
He's saying I'm going to look like a pirate.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Get him an eye patch. I can't afford to go to Bilbao. I really want to get there, but I can't afford to go. It's so annoying. I'll have to make it work.
I think I just need I do have a few stripy kind of sweaters, Nick, and then, it'd be very possible to pull off a very seafair marine look of some kind. Should be no problem. Jack's rushed home from his shift at the ski lift. That's one of the better ones. Big up, Paul.
Oh, you guys stop it. Oh, boys.
Back from the Swedish ski lifts, back from the Washington ski lifts. It's realistic as well. There's actually there's a mountain only like 45 minutes away from Seattle. Not too far.
Irish Hotspur or Drew Zillis says have to ask what we doing for dinner. I mean, look, Drew, it's only half
early.
3. I don't want to tempt fate. What I'll do is come back to me in and around 70 minutes. Hopefully things are a little bit more calmer for us by then, and I'll get back to you with the answer on that for sure. Right now, to be honest with you,
2 shots on target, Drew. At the moment, we still only have 2 shots on target.
Yeah. But also, to be honest with you, I haven't even had time to think about food because the comments have been keeping me entertained. So, but come back to me on 70 minutes. What I will say is, what I'm leaning more towards, and I haven't had it in a while, is my Indian. But I don't know whether to go chicken tikka masala or chicken korma. So maybe that's where the split is. So if you guys could help me out in the chat, chicken korma or chicken tikka masala. Now, of course, that comes with rice, chips, and naan bread. I mean, if you're going to go Indian and beef yourself up, you may as well go whole hog, right? There's no point in going to an Indian and going, I'll have a chicken korma and I'll just have rice because I'm on a diet. Don't be at the Indian then. So for me, triple up on the protein, get it all in there. The carbs, why not? Let's go for it. But what do I go for? The tomato-based sauce or the coconut-based sauce? That's the difference between these
Both
curries.
says Victoria. Both says Victoria. Nick also saying, I look like Johnny Depp's cousin. Or Johnny Depp's brother. What is the comment? Saying he looks like Johnny Depp's cousin from Armagh. I haven't seen that movie. I would love to look like. Oh, Hutchinson. Yep, it's in. Spoke too soon there, Drew.
Too soon, Drew. We're blaming you.
Soon. Just schedule the order for later, sir, and then make sure that you can cancel it in case. And then go pick it up in person. 2-1. I mean, to be fair, Ipswich deserve at least 2 goals.
Oh, that's annoying. Things were going so well. So spirited and well.
It's a good cross from Davis, to be fair. He did very well to squeeze that. And it's a good finish from Hutchinson. It's a very good finish. I'm not sure if Vicario could have saved that.
I blame Drew.
I'm not getting the best of angles, but it's hard to tell whether Vicario could have saved it. It didn't look like it. It looked like a good finish. Armagh is a city in Northern Ireland.
Armagh.
Armagh. Sorry, Dave. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's up the north.
Sounds very cultured.
Kieran McGeeney used to play for Kildare, was manager up there for a while. Or no, sorry, used to play for Armagh, was manager of Kildare for a while.
Daniel Larson saying, Shaq, what are you doing? You should have used those for the cup games, for heaven's sake. Sorry, Daniel. It's typical Spurs that I only thought of this for the games that are less important. I only thought of it for the games that are less important. Sorry about that, Daniel. Also, Daniel, 34 months, man. Practically 3 years, dude. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
3 years of support. Big up to you, Daniel.
Legend.
Hopefully you're not too... Hopefully work and everything is going okay for you.
Oh, that goal was a real kick in the stones. I was enjoying myself. It's typical. I always know. Never get too carried away, Dave. Compose yourself and relax, and I can't help it, but they've just let me down again. See if we can grab a third here.
Park is saying not a kimono, a geisha is what you want. And then also Trinidad saying a male kimono is a yukata.
Okay.
That's awesome.
See, this is what I love. I learn things.
Yukata. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. Jed Spence, don't lose it there.
He didn't have a whole lot to it. Well done by Jed. So well done. So well done.
Good one by Johnson to provide the option as well.
And the ball did bounce.
Vicario to Danzo. On to Destiny.
See Bentancur.
Oh, a bit behind Gray here.
Jeez.
Vicario ends up pumping it long.
He's not as good at those big clearances, Vicario.
Oh, that space down the right-hand side here. Where's Spence gone? Fuck me. Come on, Spence. Well done, Gray. Good flake. Jed Spence now with a bit of space. Plays Matisse Tell. Ref no, doesn't give it.
To tell.
They look to cut in here. Oh, it's a free shot on the edge of the box. Oh, doesn't catch it.
Lucky slip from Hutchinson there.
Very lucky.
Lost a standing foot by the looks of things.
That's poor from Matisse Tell there. He hasn't really been involved whatsoever.
No, he struggled to hold the ball up at all today.
Got to close that down.
Even if it was a foul, he didn't hold up any of the other chances that he had, even if that was a foul. You got to...
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Johnson. Or Sonny. No. Please, no.
What's happened here? Let's have a look.
Please, no.
There's enough.
Oh, no. It shouldn't be anything. Shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It looked like an injury at one point.
Yeah, I thought it was a muscle injury there for a minute. I was about to cry.
It looked like a muscle injury, and Sonny's been our best player today.
I was about to weep and cry.
I mean, wouldn't you say so? Probably player of the first half?
Sonny? Yeah, he's been brilliant.
Yeah.
He's been brilliant.
Yeah, just even if that was a foul on Matisse Tell, I think he hasn't held up the ball in any of the other times that he's had it. So you have to be fair,
I don't think that is a foul though. I just think you just got to be stronger there personally.
Yeah.
Doggy, we're in a bit of trouble here. Danzo pumps
Danzo,
it
there's the
on.
left-footed clearance.
Kulu picks it up. Let's break here. Play Spence.
Get rid
Just
of
get
it,
your
man.
head up.
That's fine.
Leaves it run to Johnson. Johnson, plenty of time here.
Don't you dare go sideways.
Oh, Spence slips. He has to go backwards. Spence slipped.
Just felt like he still had space in front of him.
I would like to see him be a bit more brave. He's got 2 goals. Get your head up. Run at
He's
them. Be a bit
one-on-one
more
with his fullback
positive.
there.
Yeah.
Look at, there's the only player near him is Davies. If he was positive, he would run at him there.
Bergval. 5 minutes to halftime. Bentancur. Good ball. Oh, great control by Danzo.
Danzo's showing he's got the Davy Harris touch.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Starting to use his
settle
left
in,
foot a little
Danzo.
bit more. Yeah.
Again, though, it's a strange choice to have moved him and Gray. I wonder what the thinking was there. Gray, though, has been very good in possession today, but maybe defensively has
Oh, is that ours?
struggled a bit against Delap. Not saying that's a criticism or anything. Delap is a very good player.
Yeah, he's an animal.
But definitely in the physical sense. He's definitely given us a lot of problems. So what you would ideally, you probably just want Danzo to be someone that's tracking his runs, maybe more than Archie Gray. But there's nothing Archie Gray can do if he's Bentancur.
Rodrigo nicks it.
Take it yourself, lad.
He goes. Good save.
Just couldn't get it far enough.
Good save.
Good run from Bentancur. It's a good interception. Great touch as well.
I love the confidence to go on his own. Yeah. I love the confidence to go on his own as well. Good effort. Unlucky.
He didn't have any options even. I think that was the right choice as well. Matisse Tell didn't make the right run for me.
It's better. See if we can end this half on a high. It's going to be an
I
out.
literally just criticized Archie Gray for getting exposed by William Delap. I don't even know what the hell you're saying, man.
Oh, falls to Tell. Tries to float it back in towards the back post. Spence and Bentancur getting themselves in a bit of trouble here. That's it, Tell. Work the nuts off, man. Ipswich coming forward down Tottenham's left-hand side. Well done, Destiny Doggy. Good tackle. And again, brilliant from Destiny. Go on, Tal. Get up. Well done. Go on, Bergie. Brilliant. Oh, pokes it backwards. Well on, Kulu. Someone get the ball under control. Go on, Destiny. Who's that down on the ground, Tal? Well up there, Tal. I absolutely love that getting up there. Brilliant. Been a tough 45 this, Been tackles flying. That's a bit of a free kick. Big up, Jose. Good to see you, my man. Really appreciate it. Swim Master, we need to be winning these matches a bit more comfortably. Look, don't disagree with that whatsoever. Drew Zilla says he does need to be stronger, but Tell is 19 and his first few games can't be writing him. Oh, no, look, I'm not writing him off.
I think he's just
been poor. Look, I actually think he played well against United. I think he played well against Villa, dropping in, receiving that ball, laying it off. I just think today he's been off compared to what I've seen from the last couple of games. That's all. I'm not writing him off whatsoever, but I do think he's been very, very quiet this game compared to what I've seen of him against United and Villa.
I think Dave and I in the members preview practically defended Tell for a good 10 to 15 minutes. I think we were just saying the finishing wasn't really there.
I know you're not saying us, Drew. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, but in the members preview, we were saying that Matisse Tell actually had pretty good hold-up play in that game. There's Ron Weasley.
Yeah, Ron Weasley and Ed Sheeran.
Which one's Ron Weasley, actually? Which one?
The one with the glasses on and the hat. They must send him around the concourse as Ed Sheeran's double.
Yeah, I was going to say, they could just buy each other pints. My brother was just here. Did you see? Did you happen to see him? I'm looking for him.
Two minutes to halftime. Gray moves that ball forward. Good ball into Spence. Can we spring an attack here? Moves it into Bentancur. Poor from Bentancur. Blind pass. Well done, Destiny Adogi. Well done, Bentancur. Good interception. Onto Kulu.
Good play, Kulu.
Someone provide an option. Spence takes it off him.
Played out wide to Kulu.
Spence goes for the switch of play here. It's an ambitious, but Son's there. Can he get there? No, lucky.
Could have tried to flick it maybe if you wanted.
Yeah, probably should have tried to maybe put a foot on it and try and win something there.
Let's just get into halftime if we can. 3 goals inside. Could have been more than 3 goals easily in this first half. Amazing. What a half. What a half. It's been end-to-end stuff. You'd definitely be entertained if you were at that game. You would definitely be entertained. There's not been many dull moments.
Geez, all the away teams seem to be winning today, actually. They're all 1-0 up. Even West Ham are beating Arsenal. Wolves are beating Bournemouth.
Bookies are having a field day.
Yeah, all the away teams are winning. Here we go, Kulu. Can he break? Good ball here onto Sonny. Sonny with a bit of space. He's got Bergval on the overlap. Takes place with him. Oh, no, Sonny.
Wrong option.
Wrong option. I get what he tried to do. He tried to use the run of Bergval to bend it around the defender, but he just hit it straight off him. 3 minutes of stoppage time here. Sonny on the ball.
Just control possession, boys. Just control
Good
possession.
ball to Bentancur. Spence is there.
Can't create another chance. That's fine, but it's better to probably just control the game here. Don't want to give Ipswich any sort of chance to get
good ball, Bentancur. Just hold it up.
Well done, Spence. Have a hit, Cal. Have a hit. Oh.
Beats one.
Okay,
looking for players to come towards him and help him. Gives it back to Johnson. Into Spence.
Jed. Danzo making himself available.
Good possession here from Tottenham.
Very well done.
Gray onto Danzo. Out to Bentancur.
Johnson. Bentancur. Good possession by Spurs.
Yeah.
This is what you need to do. I don't want Ipswich to get another chance here before halftime.
No. Be nice if we could create one, though.
It would be nice. It's just...
Bentancur, move that. Good ball. Here we go. This could be it.
Kulu.
Good ball into Johnson. Back to Kulu.
Plays a bit behind Kulu, but
not
it's fine. Kulu
well done,
Kulu. Well enough. Yeah, he does very well, Kulu.
Brilliant.
Well done,
we'll
lad.
Take that. Goal here would really be a sucker punch. Come on, let's see if we can nick one. Johnson wasting a bit of time here. Don't mind that. Spence.
Daniel Larson saying apparently Rupert Grind has played as an Ed Sheeran double.
Has he?
He said in one of his music videos.
Oh, Danzo gets there in the end. Destiny. Good ball out to Sonny. Hold that, Sonny. No, you can't lose it there.
Why is referee even playing advantage? What's the point of playing advantage?
Oh, no, Gray. Oh, no, Gray. Can't be caught there. Oh.
It did not look like much of a foul. It did not look like that.
Looks like he bought that one. Right, ref, that's halftime.
Bentancur almost nearly stalling for us just by.
Come on, ref. It's halftime.
There it is.
There we are.
Dave. Whew. We got into it. 2-1. I mean, take it away, Dave. I mean, what do you think? You know, with Spurs, I'm actually glad. You know, we're 2-1 up. Of course, we'll take it. I think Spurs, you know, did very well to create the 2 goals that they had. Johnson, someone who I was surprised that was included in the starting lineup ahead of Madison, and maybe proven right because he knows how to put himself in the right position at the right time. Able to score 2 tap-ins, and that's what Johnson can do. Maybe compared to what other players does. You know, he knows how to sniff out opportunities. He is a bit of that goal poacher. But you know, Sonny, I think, was probably the man of the player of the first half. Really good one-on-one, positive play from him. I think, you know, Ipswich probably did deserve at least 1 goal, so 2-1 I think is quite fair to us. Maybe not as fair to Ipswich, but you know, we'll take it. You know, they got to bury their chances, and we've shown that we can bury ours. We've actually been quite clinical today.
No, look, I think, you know, we've took our chances. That's been the story of the half. You know, we've look, Ipswich came at us earlier on, right? And early on, Slot created a couple of chances. And look, we were lucky to survive them moments, but we did. But then we got to grips of the game. We went up the other end. We bagged a nice goal. Brennan Johnson showing he's hungry. I mean, great play by Sonny, by the way. Burns, they double up on him, Burns them on the outside and puts that ball across. A good finish by Brennan Johnson. And then we scored a second, another good play by Sonny. And in weeks gone by, he would have snatched that and went for the shot. He didn't. He held his composure, laid it off to Brennan Johnson, and a good finish by Brennan Johnson. And look, that's what we've come to expect from Brennan Johnson. Right place, right time, and scores he goes. I would like to see him add a little bit more overall to his game, contribute a little bit more going forward. I do think that's the next step he has to take as a player. I think Tell has been marked out of the game for an awful lot. I don't think he's been great. We need to try and get him involved a little bit more in the second half. But what disappoints me then is just the goal we concede. Again, it comes down our right-hand side, a ball across. It's an easy tap-in, and all of a sudden they're back in the game, which now makes the rest of this game a very nervy game, but also a very competitive game. And that's not what you want heading into Man City. Ipswich are coming at us, flying into us, hitting us hard with tackles. It's a very combative, competitive game, and it's going to be like that the second half. Now you've given them a little bit of belief, and that's where I think this team needs to learn and grow up a little bit. We've done all the right things to put ourselves in the ascendancy, grab control of the game, and then all of a sudden we allow them a little bit of belief and a foothold back in the game. So we're going to have to go out here. We're going to have to be flawless in the second half, put on another good performance, control the ball, and take chances that come our way. But we cannot rest. We cannot rest on our laurels. Can't get ahead of ourselves and make too many subs too early, because they are well in this game and they do have players that can hurt us and score goals. So we have to take the next opportunity that comes our way, Jack.
No, 100%. I think in that first 15 minutes, I think we really got away with it. I think we started to, catch ourselves up into the flow of the game, the tempo of it. I think maybe we were caught off guard by the intensity and the pressure by Ipswich. They should have put away some of their chances. That we're lucky that they didn't. And fair play to Spurs, to sort of hang on, eventually get themselves back into the game. And as much as I don't think we've created as many chances as they have, I think we did really well in the ones that we did get. Sonny, I thought, in the moments that he had, he did very, very well to sort of see the space, see what he had to do in order to create the chance for us. And then, executed it with two great assists. And also as well, Johnson, it just has that ability to be at the right place at the right time. And so I think Spurs are actually very deserving of their goals because they were very well worked and well orchestrated. And in a way, we're very Ange ball goals, Dave. I know that's a cliche thing, kind of cringe thing to say, but they were kind of Ange-esque, style of goals. So as much as I'm a little bit hesitant about, giving our performance so much praise in that first half, because again, the first 15 minutes was just felt like we could have been 4-0 down. But I think we did sort of recover ourselves, to an extent, and we got ourselves back into the game, and the chances we created and the goals that we scored, I think we're actually well worked, and very typical of the system to an extent. So there's definitely positives from that.
Yeah, look, and we're getting a lot of joy down their right-hand side, but our left-hand side, Destiny Doggy's been absolutely brilliant down that side in terms of defensively, but going forward. But also Son, a couple of times some of our best chances have come from that big switch of play, that ball in behind their right back. We've got a lot of joy, a couple of chances. That's where all of our chances have come from. So for me, we need to keep targeting that, keep doubling up, keep overloading down that hand side, like teams do to Pedro Porro when they sense danger down his side. And that's our route to be able to get that third goal. But make no mistake about it, we need Tell to come in. We need him to start providing an option down the middle, get hold of that ball, start playing his way into it. We need Johnson to start creating a little bit more. Him and Spence down that side, they're capable. We need to go at them and get this third goal. It'll be interesting to see how we approach it. Will this team be nervous? Will we sit back like we've done in second half of other games and look to contain what we've got? If we do, you sort of worry a little bit. For me, I think we need to go out, play the exact same way, try and control possession. We know Ipswich are going to look to come at us again early, press us nice and early like they did in the first half. So we're going to have to be switched on. If you look at the game against Leicester, we lost that game inside the first 5 minutes of the second half. So they have to come out here with the right temperament, the right motivation, and look to keep going and get this game underway. I've no doubt we might look to keep possession in the first few minutes, but what we can't do is make them sloppy passes like we did against Leicester. You also look at the game against Brighton. We were 2-0 up at half-time, lost that 3-2 in the second half again because we couldn't deal with the press. We got too nonchalant in our passing. So the warning signs have been there this year, the amount of times we have lost from winning positions at half-time. So they need to stay switched on, do the right thing. If I'm Postecoglou, I'm saying, look, guys, we decent half, but I'm also ripping into one or two in that dressing room to try and spur them to come out in this second half on fire.
No, 100%. We have, let things slip, in the second half before. Just a quick positive that I would point out is that, fair play to us, to hold on and go into this first half with a lead to hold on to, because in a sense, Dave, it's a clean slate, in the second half. You can try to
Yeah.
correct maybe what went wrong in those first 15 minutes. You then look to try to replicate what you were doing towards the end of that first half there, and you can use the second half as a bit of a clean slate to then push on and win this game. As well as maybe Ipswich played in the first half. They didn't do well enough to put themselves, in a winning position. It's probably about maybe clinging on and, trying to get something from the game now in their case. And we have a chance to actually push on and grab a win here and grab a third Premier League win. So clean slate in the second half. Also, as well, the other little positive is that Ange does have options to rotate. He does have
Yeah.
options to bring in players. If he wants to bring in Odebear, he can bring in an Odebear. He can bring in a Pop Matasar. He has Madison off the bench as well. He can, if Kulusevski starts to tire, he can think about bringing off Kulusevski. He can think about bringing off Sonny. He can think about bringing off the likes of Johnson as well, and other positions he can rotate in. So that's definitely another huge positive to look at, is that Ange in the second half, far more options available to him in terms of rotation and people he can change. Any kind of quick, maybe other thoughts, Dave, because we do also have a little thing to talk about with NordVPN as well.
Yeah, work away with NordVPN.
Okay. Everybody, by the way, we do have an exclusive NordVPN deal. It is pinned at the top of the chat, by the way. Use the code FLATCAP. Get yourself a 2-year plan. Get yourself 4 extra months free with that 2-year plan. 30-day money-back guarantee in case you're not satisfied, but I'm pretty sure you will, because nowadays you do need a VPN for a variety of reasons. You can have your data or your information, passwords, that type of thing. If you go on a public Wi-Fi, it can't be taken from you. These days, there's lots of people looking to try to get your data. So having a VPN on makes yourself 10 times more secure and less likely of losing, your personal information. Also, as well, I get these Twitter notifications and it will say Jamie Donnelly, scored a banger for Leyton Orient. And then it's only like a Sky Sports highlight or something like that. I can then, switch myself over to a different country that offers, that highlight package. And I then can see Jamie Donnelly's brilliance thanks to NordVPN. And there's plenty of other good reasons to use it. You can also only get one plan, and then you can share it up to 10 devices. So just one plan, you can share it with the whole family. If you're going on vacation anytime soon, I know spring break is coming up for people. People are looking to go to maybe some warm weather countries. You can, keep your Netflix subscription. You can keep your HBO. You don't have to worry about that type of thing. You could watch the same TV shows, the same sort of movies that you would if you were back at home. So plenty of reasons to have it. And also you support the channel a ton by grabbing one. So thank you guys so much. Thanks to NordVPN. But Dave, sorry, I interrupted you there.
No, look, I think you were saying, there's positives to touch on. Of course there is, We showed resilience in the first few minutes. We didn't crumble, We sort of got our heads together. We started keeping possession. Took the momentum out of them a little bit and went up and gave them a sucker punch, So we and in recent weeks, against Brentford, against Man United, we have shown that we can hold on to these positions. So, there is positives to take going into this second half. But for me, Jack, I'll be honest, I don't want to approach this second half where we sit off them and contain what we've got. I want to start seeing us be a little bit braver. Look, we already know where we are in the league. We ain't getting relegated, so we can afford now to really take these risks and really go for Ange ball and look to go out in the second half, look to attack them, go out there, because the reality is between now and the end of the season, for a lot of these players that are playing for the future and Ange Postecoglou, the style and the performances will matter come the end of the season when it comes to these decisions being made. So for me, now that we're in a place where there's no lose, we can try things. Go out there and ball out in this second half and enjoy it. Don't be scared.
Oh my gosh, this might be one of the comments of the evening. By the way, everybody, in case you are using that code, it is flat cap. It is not swim cap, says Matthew Breaker. Matthew saying it's not the swim cap code. That's a great comment. But yeah, like as much as I was really, really concerned by that first 15 minutes, because I'll be honest, I think Ipswich should have scored 2 or 3 in that first 15. We somehow got away with it, but teams, can end up sort of getting very intimidated by that and can make things even worse. But fair play to the mentality of some of our players to find themselves back into the game, battle back into the game, and did very, very well to do so. So I think there's huge positives from that even alone, to survive that sort of first 15 minutes of waves of attack from Ipswich to then, go on and sucker punch them. Really, I think that first goal we scored was a huge sucker punch to their momentum and to any of the positive play that Ipswich had. So, Dave, that's another thing to look at, right? Is Spurs finally are the team that's sucker punching other teams instead of us getting sucker punched. Normally, we're the team that's creating plethora of chances all over the opposition, and then we end up, conceding kind of a goal against the run of play. Nice to have that ruthless streak in us. And maybe even Brentford was another good example of that. I remember the Brentford game was a good example of us actually having a bit more of a clinical edge to our game. And, Brentford, they were knocking on the door, but we took the moments that we had and they didn't. And that's what football is at times. And fair play to us, I think that is a positive in itself, because we're not normally a clinical team, but I think we have been today. That's the positive of being clinical, right? The positive of being clinical is you end up finding yourself 2-1 up at halftime in a way, despite the opposition, having chances themselves. It's all about being clinical sometimes.
No, look, in games where you don't create a lot, you've got to be clinical, and we've done that today. Don't get me wrong.
I think we created a bit more than, like nothing. Maybe the Brentford game, we probably didn't create as much as this game. This game, we still have created good opportunities. Yeah.
No, look, we've created a few, but what I would say is, I would like to get back to the point where we are creating a lot more opportunities,
Okay,
we look a lot more menacing going forward. But at the end of the day, where we are right now, you're getting players coming back from injuries, some players not, fully in confident mode and stuff like that. So, you'll take what you can get, and, it's good to be clinical, don't get me wrong. But we can't rest on our laurels here. But there has to be a realization that if we really want to go and compete, you've got to get to the realms of where Liverpool were against us, where they kept us penned in, outclassed us, and played us off the park. Every time they look forward, they look like scoring. Different ways, different avenues of breaking us down. That is the level we need to get to eventually. But you're only going to do that by embracing, what Ange Postecoglou is trying to do. And I think there's a real ideal opportunity here for us in the second half to go and try and do that. Put a bit of gloss on this scoreline. Generate a lot of confidence heading into the Man City game, and trying to generate a lot of confidence heading into Europa League, because this isn't sustainable playing this way. You get a couple of results a season doing it, but it's not sustainable. Looking to sit in and contain what you've got. We're not good enough to do that a lot of the times. For me, we've got nothing to lose now. There's no risk. We ain't making Europe in the league, and we ain't getting relegated. We're in no man's land. So go out there and put things into practice on what you want to be next season. And that's the team we want to be. So I want to see us go out after them again this second half.
Drew Zilla saying into halftime, regroup, couple of fresh legs, go again. Coys. Love that from Drew. I think I feel similarly. To get to halftime, without conceding another goal, gives us, that bit of, cushion. And then we have the options to rotate. We have players to rotate with, which is that's a huge good positive thing. And Trinidad Dave saying Matisse Tell maybe not used to the smell of the manure from the tractor sites. Maybe that's the explanation.
Yeah. He's not used to the silage that they spray on the fields. It's affecting his sinuses. He can't think straight.
He's finding hard to hold up the ball with the smells, going on at the moment in time. And then also as well, I think there was another good comment. I'll try to catch up. I'm finding some good comments for you guys. We're about to get into halftime, so everybody feel free to let me know what you feel like maybe we've missed, or anything that you feel like, that we should be talking about. This channel is the Kulu fan channel, says Ahmed. Always is, man. Always has been one of the
I love
Kulu pioneered channels, especially in Dave's case, when everybody was looking to sell Kulusevski. Now look at it. All of a sudden, he's part of the Levy song.
No, I love Kulu. I absolutely love Kulu. I've always seen, the ability in him, a player that has that such quick ball control, maneuvers the ball quickly. I think this season he hasn't been helped. The fact that he's been moved from cam to right mid, he's played at left at times. I don't think that's helped him. I think between now and the end of the season, with players coming back, I would actually like to see Kulu just given a good 10, 13 game run in that number 10 role. And let's see what he can do going forward. But I love Kulu.
Drew, I'm not sure if we have too much time to analyze this for a long time, but Jed Spence's performance, Dave, do you think like the acres of space are still there? Because Drew seems to think so. He says there still seems to be some acres of space at right back. Spence hasn't been that bad, but it shows that Porro maybe isn't necessarily responsible for his position. You and I spoke about this on the members preview. I think it's a bit of both. I think it's Pedro Porro sort of, kind of exposing his own kind of lack of defensive intelligence at times, and also maybe lack of confidence, in one-on-ones to defend. But also Ange clearly does instruct these guys to stay very tight and very narrow, and to prevent passes from getting in between the lines, really. So, I'm not too sure if the gaps have been as extreme in this game, but in that first 15 minutes, Jed Spence was nowhere to be found. So that is true.
Look, he is inverting, but I think what we have to understand is if you look at it, in possession, he's coming into the middle, but we're dropping Bergval or Bentancur out to that right full space, and we're looking to get the ball into them. So I think it's more about creating space for Bentancur or Bergval to be able to get on the ball and move that ball forward and bring Jed Spence inside because he's also got good ball control. If you can get him turned, he's explosive. But then when we're sloppy on the ball and that ball gets turned over in them positions, that's where that space is opening up. But when the ball does get down there, Jed Spence is getting out there to try and close it down. Pedro Porro never does, and that's my huge problem with him. But I agree with you. The space there is still spaces there.
I don't think it's been nearly as bad, Drew, but it is an interesting talking point because we were talking about that in the members preview, and it's like how much of it is it and just tactics, and how much of it is
good football.
The players, Sonny, little step over,
Unlucky.
little ball roll. Tried to find Kulu, couldn't find. He's got to play him there. He tried to, but he couldn't find him.
Brilliant from Udogie. He's such an animal. Great.
Smash the like button for us as well, everybody, or I will take off this swim cap.
Well, if we don't win, you might have to take it off. Gray onto Danzo. Moves it out to Bergval.
And no changes at halftime, Dave. Do you think that's the right move, says stateside footage?
Yeah, you don't need to make changes at halftime. It's not like you're trying to make an impact. You've got a player with an injury. You're 2-1 up. I think you leave it, for 10, 15 minutes.
No one was stinking the bed that much either.
No. Like, if someone was god-awful, I think, yeah, of course you got to. But not now, you don't. Great.
Darren Ambrose, we get an actual Tottenham fan on the commentary, which is nice.
Yeah. Was he not on a podcast with TalkSport the other day?
I think he's always on TalkSport. I don't mind him on TalkSport. He's not my favorite, but I do like that he actually is a Spurs fan.
Yeah.
Dave has a hilarious conspiracy theory about one of the other TalkSport people, but maybe we'll leave that for the members.
Yeah.
But Darren Ambrose, I believe, is confirmed.
Do you know what I do learn, though, Jack? Like, they start off labeled as conspiracy theories, but then, given the evidence, a lot of the times they end up being facts.
I chuckled at it. I found it to be very thought-provoking. As much as I'm not sure if I'm believing in it yet. But in case you want to know, join some of the member streams.
Tottenham just controlling possession here a little bit. It's good to see.
V-Scard saying if we win 3 in a row, Jack has to wear the dunce cap for the rest of the season.
That's harsh.
I'll be the pin hat in the corner. I'll be in the timeout zone. V-Scard. You also had a very funny Jack the Floral Mastermind said V-Scard earlier. That's very, very funny.
Sonny in a bit of space here. Tries to punt it in behind. Not on that.
I think some of the best comments have been is it the code flat cap or swim cap? And then also had to Jack get back from his shift at the ski lift is one of my favorites. Jack has the shower hat. Jave has the conspiracy tinfoil hat.
Yeah. Do you know what? I asked people in the chat today, don't give me the update on the Ireland game. I'm going to watch it when I'm finished. I know exactly what's happening because my neighbour hasn't shut up since it started.
In a good way, bad way?
Good way.
Oh, yeah.
But still, though, it's like, don't ruin the game for me. Just be quiet.
Good sense of control from Spurs to start off the half. First 5 minutes have gone by very, in a good way, very boringly. First 5 minutes,
Well, you just want to take the sting and the enthusiasm out of Ipswich for a few minutes,
I mean, we are such a end-to-end team at times that you do need to give yourself that sense of calm in a game.
No, it's a good start to the half, a nice bit of composure. It's what good teams do.
Is it safe to talk about food yet? Definitely not skunky. Definitely
Not yet,
man.
Skunky.
2-1 up.
Well,
Over
look, you
2-1.
can talk about food. You can put it in there, but I ain't talking about dinner until we got another 2-goal cushion or the game's over. Oh, good play by Danzo. On to Bergvall. Keep it moving, kid. Good ball out
Nice.
to Kulu. Look at
Got
Spence.
Jed. He's got Brennan. He's got nice.
Good
Finds
ball.
Jed. Good option.
Spence puts it back home.
Jed tried to find Brennan.
Oh, he shanks that.
By Phillips. Shanked
Go on.
clearance.
Go on, Danzo. Well done. Tottenham throw-in.
Players out for Ipswich. Cajuiced.
Looks like he's rolled his ankle. Or else he's embarrassed by that shit clearance, one or the other. Or was he feeling the effects from Bentacore a minute ago? Oh yeah, Bentacore's landed on it. Lovely. Good shit, housery. 51 minutes in, Tottenham 2-1 to the good. Sir South says Dancer on the dance floor. Love that. Rhythm is a dancer. We've got Kevin Danzo. Ipswich making
What is it like?
change here.
He's what is it? Something everywhere. What is the Danzo part of that? How do they change the lyrics for that section of it?
What?
Rhythm is a dancer.
Oh, they end it on something like Levy's Bald or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't remember
it's
how
something
they
like
ended.
that. Yeah.
Rhythm is a dancer.
Levy's got no hair or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Levy has no hair.
Rhythm is a dancer. We've got Kevin Danzo. Levy has no hair. Oh, it's class. Ipswich
He'll
making a
win the
change
ball in the air, says Drusilla. What about he'll clear it anywhere?
Oh, that's a strong contender. I like yours in there. I like
I don't
yours
even
in
know if
Drews.
that's actually a good thing that he'll clear it anywhere. Maybe he'll clear it into his own net.
No, I like yours and Drews. They're good lines. Ipswich looking to build out from the back here, are they? From the goal kick. Let's get pressure on this.
Congratulations to you, Brooks. And also congratulations that you're able to make them tolerate us.
What's that?
Just read the comment if you're able to. LNJ Brooks. It's very funny. What are their thoughts on the swim cap?
How far up is it?
It's very recent.
LMJ Brooks. Oh, yeah.
You got 3 people hostage.
Well, look, you're dead right. I mean, most other people reading that would say you're living the dream, my man. So, fair play to you. I'm not sure, Tottenham or us is the right entertainment for the company you've got around, but I appreciate it.
Hey, there are worse forms of torture.
They're tuning into an episode of Tragic Mike right now.
Archie Gray into Kulu.
Come on, Kulu Messi. Good ball.
Johnson,
Brennan.
well done. Jet Spence. Good turn.
Spectacular.
Didn't want to force it, Jed. Well done. Very well done. Danzo. Put under pressure. Oh, good turn. Good composure from Danzo. He's looking more comfortable.
Here we go. Now we're balling. Looking like prime Brazil. Good ball down the line.
Kulu
beats Tell. Can he get there? He does. Lovely little step over.
Done. Good manipulation.
He's waking up now. Moves that onto Rhythm is the dancer. Have it.
Hit. No.
Danzo.
Have a hit.
Opened
up for him there. There was an angle there if he wanted it. He really could have.
He's a good looking lad, Danzo. Looks a bit like 50%.
Just quickly on between him and Rowdy Dragic, Dave. Danzo looks. You and I have said this. He's got a little bit of the clunkiness to him. But I do feel like compared to Rowdy Dragic, he has eased into the game. He's looked more and more comfortable.
Yeah. He's much better than Rowdy.
For a guy that's not totally comfortable on the ball all the time, Danzo, he finds a way to sort of ease into the game, and he has, he's looked more and more assured each passing 5-10 minutes. So that's another I credit to Danzo again. I just think the
Yeah.
guy's come in at an awkward time with Spurs, and I do think he settles in decently well into games.
Oh, yeah, much better.
Well
Here we
done.
go. Kulu flicks it on. Overhead. Oh. No, Danzo, I like what I've seen of Danzo. He looks good, Jack. He's a big, strong guy. Looks like 50 Cent, by the way. So I'm going to have to start listening to some 50 Cent music, Mini Men, 21 Questions, something like that, and come up with something for Danzo in that regard. I think that's the next route to go down with him. But no, I really like what we've seen. It's just your typical no-nonsense defender. And although he looks awkward on the ball, he looks like Usain Bolt a bit, with the way he runs on the ball. Not natural if anyone's ever seen Usain Bolt play for his time over in Australia. But I like him. He doesn't really give away the ball too much. I'd like to see him have a bit more confidence there, though, shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Spence, we're in a bit of trouble here. Oh, no.
Vicario, I think, set him up there.
Oh, well done, Bentancur. That's great reading of the game.
Wrong option. Vicario and
Clark on the ball.
Bentancur playing us under trouble.
Jeez, it's only 55 minutes. This half is going so long. Ipswich just gathering a bit of possession here. Got to try and turn this over.
Davis with the ball and behind.
Get out. Come on. Zip off that service.
Well done, Gray.
Well done. Don't you
No way he's giving that as a foul. No way he's giving that as a foul. Referee. Holy nuts. Jesus, ref. What did the Tractor Boys do for you last night, referee? Jeez, man. How on earth is that a foul?
Not bad. His name is Kevin Danso. He's our best defender. Clearing balls in the air. When he's chasing you down, he'll make you look like a clown. Clearing balls from everywhere. Absolutely love that. Big up, Drew.
No nonsense. Kevin Danzo song.
Dancent. Not bad from Matthew. Would argue doesn't really roll off the tongue. I think we can do better here. Let's not fool ourselves. Let's not give ourselves a pat on the back.
Does have the strong cheekbones.
Sometimes criticism can inspire. Watch that, Greaves. Well done, the doggy. Get a good hold of him. That's it. Grab him up. Like a Saturday night. Oh, well done. That Danzo again. It is. Oh, he's fucked. Oh, why can't the ball just break our fucking way? Play him, Johnson. Oh, play him, Johnson.
He slipped. I don't even think it was a foul. He
didn't even get his head up to play him, though. Should have played that first time.
Oh, how have they gotten away with that? How have they gotten away with that?
Oh, they're probably going to score here as well. Philligan cuts inside. Oh, well done, Destiny. Had to be done.
Damn. How'd they get away with that? 2 times now where Ipswich have gotten caught on the ball in a very bad position, and they've got.
But you know what sickens me? If that's us, the ball goes their way. Anytime we get in that situations, the ball never bounces our way.
The ball would ricochet perfectly in behind.
Yeah.
Cupcakes in the oven for an afternoon shindig. Now I can sit back and watch the game uninterrupted. Shawnee, hope you enjoy your vacation, sir. I know you're going to be on vacation for a week or 2, right? So hopefully you enjoy it. Cupcakes in the oven. Love that.
Not a fan of cupcakes, Sean, I have to say. I think they're a very overrated cake, to be fair.
What's the frosting, Shawnee? What's the frosting of choice?
I'm more of a chocolate muffin or a blueberry muffin sort of guy now. I have to give it to Sean. For a man that lives on his own, he's very, very domesticated.
Oh, he's
very domesticated. I wasn't that domesticated when I was on my own.
Eligible bachelor, everybody in the chat. Shawnee Maddox.
Get in contact with Brooke, Shawnee. He might have someone for you. It's a free kick here from a dangerous position. Philogene hits it. It's a good block off the wall. Comes back out. Another good block. Get out there again. Another one. Come on, someone put the bollocks on the line.
Get
back
out,
post.
Vicario,
No, it's
get out.
2-2.
I'm out for it, lad.
Oh, fuck's sake. That's just
Offside.
piss poor.
Thank God. Offside.
I don't know about that. Let's have another look at this.
Yo, Bentancur, please. Johnson, please.
Yes, he's way off. He's way off. He's way off. Good lino. Well done.
Well done by Bentancur. Well done by Bentancur to step up.
He should be on an advert for Vision Express. That's 2020 vision right there. It's not even a debate here. Let's get on with the game. Thank you.
Half a squad off, says Ripsy.
68% possession. If they get back in this game, I'm going to lose my mind. That's it for Gary. I'll pump it long. Got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Pumps it. Oh, fuck me. No one there. It's useless. Liam Delap running at Tottenham players. Well on Kulu. Mops it up. Spence. What minute do you maybe start thinking about changes, Jack?
I'd look to bring on Odegaard, to be honest, at some point. I do think we need someone a bit more direct now. Someone who can actually... I just wonder if Johnson has sort of done his part with the tap-ins.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he's good for, right? He's good at being at the right place at the right time. I wonder if we need that anymore. I think we might need someone who's better in possession.
Here we go. Come on,
Danzo
Danzo.
coming out with it.
Mini man.
Well done, lad.
Mini man. Oh, Bergval. Oh, he's marauding through the middle. Takes onto a tree onto Kulu. Kulu onto Johnson. It's not a trick. Oh, what defending.
Was in front of him.
Oh, what defending from Leif Davies.
Had the hat trick there. Just as the hat trick was there.
I thought that was it.
It might have been
what play by Bergval. Great ball by Kulu.
Great, well.
Oh, if he could only
back inside.
If he could try and get it between the defender's legs there, that's in. Oh, he knows as well. Archie Gray is smiling. Him and Leif Davies are obviously very good friends here.
That would have been the one, says Drew. That was...
Yeah.
I just wonder if he cut inside, maybe he would have...
That's it, Archie. Keep bouncing around. He's going to pull you down. Get him angry.
Sean Maddox saying alarm time. Time to change.
Mm-hmm.
Sean likes the subs around 60.
Oh, it's bouncing around. Please fall to Kulu.
Bergval, lovely.
I'll play him. Oh, no. Oh, ref.
Sir!
Yes, the ball wasn't there to play. Come on now, ref.
Sir!
The ball hasn't been there to play. The ball was already gone. Come on, VAR. Let's get a VAR check. Oh, VAR looking.
Yeah, did he throw an elbow? It looked like he might have thrown an elbow.
Shoulder, but the ball's gone. What are you taking him out for? The ball's already been overhit. Look.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
The ball's not there.
Oh, yeah, that's just brain dead.
He's just gone for him. He's gone for the player. I know it's shoulder, but he's gone for the player. It's absolutely a mind loss here. Come on, VAR.
Yeah, what's he got against Kevin?
Madison and Porro coming on. Brennan Johnson coming off here.
Right.
I presume a doggy would probably come off and Spence go out to left back, maybe.
Kulu goes to the right. Madison goes into midfield. Porro.
Yeah, doggy's coming off. So Spence go left and Porro in at right back. Anyone get the result of that VAR check? I mean, I want that as a penalty. He's just looked at the guy and he's lunged towards him.
I think that's completely unnecessary from O'Shea. That's the point, right? That's why it might be.
The ball's gone. He's just gone for him. He's just tagged them.
You can't just blatantly just knock someone like that when you have no reason to.
Well done, Bergval. Good win by Bentancur. Kulu picks it up.
It's one of those, too, where like maybe any other part of the pitch, is that a foul?
Yeah, you're right. It would be. It's
Even a
free
yellow
kick.
card, because you would sort of look at it. You're like, why the hell are you doing that?
Daniel said he just showed him the weight room. Yeah, but my point is the ball wasn't there. The ball was already gone out for a goal kick. What's he gone after him for? You know what I mean? That's my whole point about it. Don't get me wrong. It's shoulder to shoulder. It's not filthy, but there's no ball there to be challenging for. So I don't understand it.
Yeah, he's 20 yards away from the ball.
It's like me walking up the Tottenham High Road with Jack and just out of nowhere walking 20 yards out to the left and coming back in on the right hand side and putting him through the kebab shop window, or him doing it to me. You know what I mean? It's just madness.
Completely just knock a random guy into the. Artist T, good to see you, Artist T.
Big up, artist. What canvas are we painting today, my man?
And then Greeny is in the house. Good to see you, Greeny.
Big up, Greeny.
Hulu's elusive right foot. Not sure we said hello to you today. DJ AK, good to see you as well. Brett Loft.
Big up, DJ AK.
Hulu's elusive right foot.
Oh, Brentico Bergval, that was filthy. It's gone out here wait to Sonny. Oh, hold it up. Well done. Ref. Come on now. We'll have a yellow here. That's just petulance. Shamu saying, where's the card? SK Europe.
How much aggression ever for Ireland, says Artist T.
No, never. Oh, by the way, he's useless for Ireland. The fact that we're not running rings around him, it irks me a little, actually.
He was probably, I think, Burnley's worst defender last year. I think that was the team he played for last year, was Burnley. He was by far probably their worst defender.
James Madison, this could be a good delivery here. Nice and flat. This could end up in the back of the net.
You didn't seem to think that was a penalty, though, Artist T, from what I could tell. You didn't seem to think it was. Sonny, back to the it's got to be a little bit more on top of the 6-yard box. Got good whip on it and bend on it and dip. It's just...
Yeah, it just needs to be a bit flatter, give people a chance to run across it, and anything can happen. No, Delap, well done, Pedro. Oh, fucking brilliant defending from Pedro.
That was a really good touch from Pedro. Outside the boot touch from Pedro here is top class.
Unbelievable defending.
And he also kind of sandwiched a Delap there. He did well to do that. Put Delap in a sandwich.
Jack Clark off and Broadhead is on. Vicario pumps it long. Go on, win that.
Well done, Matters.
Oh.
Jed. Still
well done, Jedi. Well done, Jedi.
Sonny has Madison. Still carrying it. Can get us a corner. Yes, he does.
Brilliant.
He's had a great game. He's had a great game.
He's carried that ball well down that left-hand side.
Just don't even think of too many bad giveaways either from him this game, to be honest. I think he's been pretty tidy, is the word.
Oh, we go short here. On to Madison, back to Sonny.
Oh, sells him.
Oh,
maybe
he's got to be quicker there.
Up a little bit there. Should have taken it. Matters. He's dangerous.
Give it back.
In these
put it
areas. Jed. Well done, Jed. Protects the ball as well. So well.
He's brilliant, Jed Spence.
Matters. Into Jedi. Jedi.
Oh, good control.
Yeah, this is what I felt like we needed, is maybe just some players that have a bit better quality in possession.
Yeah. Well on Bergval.
Takes some sting out of the game.
Yeah. Oh, ambitious there.
Then we give it away, though. Just commentator's curse.
Take him down, Jed. Done enough. That's it, Porro. Ipswich building up down our left-hand side here. Filligan looks to run at Spence and Son. None of them get close. They allow him to cross it. Danzo clears it. Only to the edge of the box. Ipswich recycle it. Ipswich deep in Tottenham's half here. If we can nick this ball here, we're out. Good switch of play. It's gone out for Tottenham throw-in, thank God. 20 minutes left, guys. 20 minutes. Come on, Spurs. Let's get this over the line. Michael W. Suspense looking solid again. That he is, my man. That he is. Oh, Bergval, good battling. Spence, onto Kulu. Can we break here? Oh, Kulu just couldn't protect
First
it.
touch let him down.
Yeah. It's a ball. Fillaging with the cross. Pulls it back. There's two players queuing there. If no one gets in, he allows the shot. It's blocked. Tal picks it up.
Oh,
Ref, that's a fucking red card. That's a bloody blatant red card.
Oh, Tell's
Come
not
on.
making an
VAR
appeal.
needs to get involved here.
Won.
That's a red card.
He must have won it. Tell's not making an appeal. He's not
Didn't
making
look
any
like-
appeal.
Oh, it didn't look
It
like
looked
it's
like
me.
he done him there. It looked like he
Yeah, it
did
looked like he
immensely.
done him and your man took him out.
He's not making any claim for it.
Oh, no, he gets the better Spence.
Well done,
Bentancur.
Bentancur. Those are the two danger men for Ipswich, or Hutchinson and Delap.
Yeah. Wait for this corner to be taken, then I need to go to the toilet. Palace.
Calm down.
Just don't give them any free headers.
Calm down, Ipswich fans. No reason to get excited. Kulu, well done, lad.
Tell. Oh, this could be it. Tell,
Release
play him.
Man. Gotta get
Play him.
release
Play him.
Dude, jeez, what is wrong with
Too
this?
late.
Dude.
Way fucking too late. Now I'm going toilet.
What is
That's
the
a
point of
joke.
holding on to it longer? What is
Oh
the
my
point? What is
God.
the point?
It's taking the piece.
What do we have to tell these guys? The ball moves faster without you, lad. Move the ball. Get rid of it. Release it. Hell. Jeez. Destiny Udogi, the same as well today. Destiny, just so many times has gone forward, and he just also refused to release it. I don't understand. Now they're on the break here. Sonny. Can he find a run in behind? Bergval. Lovely stuff. Kulu, dude, you got to protect it, lad. Kulu, that's so poor, man. How are you reacting that late? Dude, you had all day to think about protecting that. Poor from Kulu there. And he's giving away a foul. Brain dead, man. Come on, lads. Kulu, don't be stomping on him. Don't be... Dude, come on. Lads. Can we sharpen up here? Get Kulu off. Matisse Tell is being taken off for Dane Scarlett. I don't mind it. That was poor from Matisse Tell. That was really poor. It was really poor from everybody involved there, though. Tell, that was poor. So poor from Tell. And then Kulu as well, lads. I mean, we're not helping ourselves here. It's basic shit.
That's a basic breakaway, that, Jack.
Well, it's two basic breakaways. That's why I'm frustrated, Dave.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, the other one was, that's why I was yelling at Kulu, because Kulu had a breakaway, and then, Dave, he had all day to think about what to do when the defender was coming onto him. And
Yeah.
he somehow still let the defender step across him and win the ball with no challenge whatsoever. And Kulu's normally not the guy to get, bullied like that. And he got
He's a
bullied
sort-
so easily.
He's
And
a sort of breakaway. 'Cause if you don't take them, you end up getting punished.
Matisse Tell's was worse, though, because Matisse Tell, I just don't know what the point is for holding on to the ball there. I just don't get it.
Come on, Scarlett. So
And
on,
then Kulu gave away the free kick there, which is also just not necessary. Well done.
was it only one sub tell for Scarlett?
Yeah, Scarlett. I like the move by Ange there. Really good moves by Ange. Danza, well done, lad.
It's going down
Milk it.
Yeah, stay out.
Probably did hurt.
Ref, that's naughty. Book him. If you have to talk to him,
Danza, take your time, lad. Take your time.
I don't get it. If you come across and talk to him, then you got to book him.
Good strength.
Okay, maybe not.
Got up really high there, Danza, as well.
Yeah.
He got up really high. And also the other player had the momentum there.
Well done, Danza. No nonsense. Love him. I love him already.
Really good subs by Ange, though, in my opinion. I think those are good subs. I think Tell needed to come off there. That was so poor from him.
Yeah,
And
that was
then
good.
and Dane Scarlett, with 18 minutes to go, like I think Dane Scarlett's a good player to have on. He offers something different. He's going to be hungry to score. He's going to be very hungry to score and work hard.
Yeah.
And then Odebear, we know, is just a very direct, positive player, and maybe he might be better in some of these transitional moments.
Oh, good ball by
There
Madison.
he is, Odebear. And he gives it away, gets lucky.
Well, it does well. Bergval. Oh, come on, ref. Come on, ref. Well done, referee. The Ipswich crowd is going berserk. They're going ballistic. Look at them. Like a pack of caged animals in there. They're going mad.
Very good dive by Madison. That's been a good dive.
The referee's doing his best to shit house these.
Good acting by Matters.
Do you see the crowd? They're going ballistic.
Yeah, it must have been a dive the way they were going there.
Oh, good ball by Madison. Oh, the Burr can't hold
Their
up.
first 2 touches, not too sharp. Well done, Danzo.
Oh, well done, Danzo.
Odebear this time. 1-on-1. Come on, lad. Cuts back, and well done. Take your space. Matters.
Come on, ref.
Good composure.
Can't be leaning on him. Gray. Good composure. Ah, Danzo, brilliant. Brilliant from Danzo. Good work here by Tottenham down the right-hand side. Jed Spence, he's got Odebear and Madison. Uses Madison. Oh, good footwork by Madison.
Good feet.
Brilliant footwork back to Spence.
Come on!
Come on, Jedi! Jedi!
Come on, the Spencer.
Come on!
The Jedi Master, the Spencer.
Jedi Spectacular.
Lovely feet from Matters as well. Great move. Great spin.
Come on.
Tight feet, Dave. An exhibition of tight feet here.
Oh, it's great work by Madison. Great work by Spence. And Odebear working that.
Really well
it's
taken
great
from
finish.
Spence. Really well taken. I know it took a deflection, but I think he does well here.
He deserves it. He deserves that. I'm delighted for Jedi Spence. We need to get a song for
tight
Spence.
feet for Matters.
Jed, baby.
The third
Come
that we
on.
needed. The third that we needed. There we go, boys.
Jedi.
We're going in 3 Premier League wins in a row here.
Skunk works. Now you can talk about food. Big up 24C.
Get the
Good to
orders in,
see you
everybody.
as well.
What are we doing for dinner? What are we doing for lunch?
Oh, do you know what, Jack? I might have to go for a cheeky starter now as well from the Indian now that Spencer scored. He's going to have to load up. I'm going to have something and name it, in the name of Jed Spence scoring here today. What a player, This guy has gone from Frozen out, Frozen on the latest Disney movie, all the way to man of the match contender nearly every game. What a renaissance. Actually, when they teach about the Renaissance period in school, they've just got to wipe it all out and just bring Jed Spence story in there. That should be a new history lesson. Unbelievable.
It's been a Spence class.
Unbelievable. Buzzing for Spence. Come on, Jedi. Right, guys, we want a contender for a Jed Spence song, actually. I think that's about time one got created. So, guys, get creative in the chat here. This is what you're good at, and let us know. Skunkworks has gone with Tika. Okay. You want me to go for the tomato-based sauce this evening? Do you know what? I'm feeling a bit fruity. Tomato is a fruit. I've learned that, so why not?
Give Spence a new contract, says E.T.
Oh, samosa. That sounds good, Shawnee, actually. Yeah, samosa. A sweet treat. I could go for... What would you go for? Sticky toffee pudding? That's not a bad choice, actually, Shawnee. Sticky Spence pudding. I'll make it sticky. I love Spence. Adrian G with the super chat says, time to keep the beanie, Jack. If we win this, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, man. We're winning this. We're winning this now. I'm comfortable now. We're seeing this
I've never
out.
seen a hat get so much attention.
If we can't see this out, that would be disgusting.
I've never seen a hat in my life get so much attention as Jack's on today.
It's broken the internet. I think it's broken the internet.
I love
He'll
this.
be on CNN tomorrow.
I absolutely love this. I fucking love it. I'm so happy to be back.
Adrian or Dark Sun G or maybe Ribsy, Daniel, maybe some people that might have a good recollection of, a long period of games, on the watch-alongs. What's also the winning record of the Gillette or the Gillet, whatever you guys call it, the fancy word for the vest?
Oh, Gillet, yeah.
The Gillet, what's the record that we have with the white Gillet? Of course, the hat stays on, but does the Gillet also have to stay on? Does the Gillet also have to stay on?
Oh, yeah, it has to.
But I wonder what the record is.
Basically, what they're saying to you is, Jack, they want to see you dressed up as this ski slope worker, on Thursday.
Various ski slope.
And then we need you to change your name to Jack Phelps
a big
as
orange
well.
puffer the next game. Be a big orange puffer.
And then legally, we need to change your name to Jack Phelps. And then Speedo, get in contact if you're out there. Some people are saying go for a chicken fowl, Dave. No, thank you. Too spicy for me. And then Alpesh says, Dave, always go for chicken korma with a mango chutney. Do you know what? Mango chutney is such a great condiment to a curry. It's so good. Good shout, Alpesh. That is mouth-watering. I'm about to start drooling.
Jack needs to do a polar plunge. Jeez, Sean. You'd have to join me, sir. You'd have to join me.
Actually, do you know? I've got it. It's been
pretty good with cold water. Actually,
do you know what that hat reminds me of?
I'm not a great swimmer, but I can swim long enough, without drowning. But I do like cold water. Actually, I do well with cold water.
What's the name of that hitchhiker gay killer that had? He was famous there for a while.
I'm that guy who just doesn't get cold, or scared of, jumping in. I have this ability to just sort of like not think about it and just dive right in and then deal with the consequences afterwards of the cold water. So I could do a polar plunge. I've always it's never, something I would go out of my way to do. But if someone, encouraged me in some sort of manner, I would.
Oh, that's who you look like. Do you remember that guy, Kai, he had a documentary on Netflix. That's what that hat reminds me of. That guy Kai, if anyone there remembers him, the axe wielding hitchhiker. He was a celebrity there for a while. He watched the documentary. Type it in on YouTube.
Danzo!
What brilliant!
Recovery, Van de Ven style recovery again from Kevin Danzo. What a beast, man! He's got himself into the man of the match poll. I feel like with that one.
Brilliant from Danzo. He's definitely going in the man of the match poll today.
I just think he's just, like I said, Dave, earlier, I feel like he's just gotten better and better every 5 to 10 minutes in this game. He's been more and more comfortable defensively, getting more involved. It's just been looking more solid each game.
I just can't help but see 50 Cent when I look at him. Honestly. I need to come up with a 50 Cent song for him.
You wonder which person is, I think that's very kind, to say that. 50 Cent, good looking guy. So very, very kind. Very, very kind. You would take that as a compliment.
Oh, 3-1 Saturday. Still got a whole day to go on the weekend. Absolutely fantastic. By the way, guys, your weekend could get better here, by the way. Just a quick plug, but we will be watching Man City Liverpool tomorrow at 4:30 over on that big up platform that we are on, that we keep telling you guys about. 1 second, no, Kulusevski away. Could get even better here. Cuts inside. Come on, Kulu, give me a goal. Drills it block corner. It's on the post. It's in! Gimme a ginger from Sweden. Number 21, and he plays on the wing. Gimme a ginger from Sweden. Came from Juventus, his name is Kulusevski. Come on! What a finish. What a goal.
Reminds you of the Kulusevski from the first season, Dave, with a finish like that.
It's beautiful.
It's been a while since we see him finish them like this.
It's a good flick on. Just takes it in stride. Cuts inside. Waits for the defender to commit. Bends it round him.
The Kulu we know and love. It's the Kulu we know and love.
Oh, I'm going to need a minute in the dark room with that finish. Oh, my Lord.
Finally, man. I feel like we've been crying out for him to score goals like this.
It's beautiful.
Love that from Kulu. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Just a perfect bounce off the post.
Great flick on from Dane.
Come on, baby. Come on, Decky.
Oh, I love to see that. It's too easy. 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 But
Yeah, yeah,
guys,
yeah,
we are
yeah, yeah.
4-1 to the good. We still got a day to go this weekend. And as I was saying, your weekend could get better because tomorrow, Big Up are giving away €500. So whoever's streaming tomorrow or across this weekend, basically there's some parameters around it which we will explain to you, but you've got to be in the stream for more than 20 plus minutes. And basically it puts you within a chance, within a lucky draw to be able to try and win €500. So if you want to try and be a part of that, make sure you join us tomorrow for City Liverpool.
I will put the link in the chat in just a moment here, everybody.
4-1. Come on.
But yes, Dave is correct. By the way, tomorrow, don't go anywhere. Join us for the big upstream tomorrow. They are doing a giveaway. So any person in any of the streams tomorrow, all you have to do is just be a member of our community, and then also just be around for the watch along for at least 5 minutes, and you have the chance to win $500 from Big Up.
So just again, the quick rules: you
just
have
by
to
existing,
subscribe.
just by joining the stream.
You have to press subscribe to the community. You have to be a member. It's all free to do. And then be in the stream, putting in comments and that for 20 minutes. It's all you guys got to do. And you put yourself in the hat for £500. I mean, 20 minutes of your time, guys. It's really worth it. So make sure you get that done tomorrow. I'd love to see one of you guys out there win it. I really would. And, it'd be a help for anybody. So I really would love to see one of you guys win it. Now, it's not just our channel. It's across the whole network. So, it is difficult, but I would love to see one of you guys win it. So get over and give yourself a chance.
And if you haven't done already, you'll enjoy yourself. It's good kind of relaxed
Yeah,
stuff.
fun.
And Dave and I talk about life, talk about Spurs, funny stuff that's going on,
Women.
everything
Relationship
you
advice.
can look for. It's just kind of going to the pub. So I think you would enjoy yourself. So please join us, everybody, and put into the chat here.
Got Adrian Trio with the super chat. He says, Jack, you got to go sleep with that beanie now. I don't think Jack's taking that off.
Shower with it on.
I think we'll have to get super glue and super glue it to the head. Ed Sheeran.
Look at a Turkish hair transplant, but it will be just, the beanie will be molded into my scalp.
I'd love to see Ed Sheeran write a song about this one. Give me a love song about Jed Spence and Kulu. Oh, it's been a fantastic day. I've really enjoyed today, actually. It's been good. Everyone's been on great form. Even Dermo on that one, and then that was on great form in the pre-match. You've been on good form today. The chat's been on good form, Jacko. It's been good.
Chat has been amazing tonight. Thank you guys so much for the support as well.
Oh, Kulu, that's sexy. Kulu sexy, Kulu messy.
Benton class. Oh, neck through the legs there.
Now he's falling out. When does it stop? Shamu, I'm in love with the shape of that score. See Ed Sheeran. Yeah, let's see Ed Sheeran burst that one out.
Madison
ball over the top. Come on, Udi. Come on. Oh. That would have really topped off my Saturday. I would have had to go and start a main course and dessert if he scores. Just if he scores, I'll have to tell my missus it's red panty night. Win that? Oh, Poro. You animal, fuck off, ref. Oh, little twat. Go and grow some hair.
Why are they not showing Ed Sheeran now, says Brett.
Ed Sheeran is gone. It's stumbled. It's Ron Weasley sitting up there.
Is he beating the traffic?
Adrian Tria says, long time since we've had a relaxing watch along. Do you know what? That's true. But what I will say is there's still time. Still time, Adrian. Let's not get too carried away.
Breaking news. We're not going down, says King Model Adrian. At the first 15 minutes made you question, which one was going to go down. But, since then, Spurs have taken over. Some awkward side eye going on between Rupert Grint and Ed Sheeran. Madison.
Come on, let's make it 5.
Can he clip it towards the back post?
Oh,
He
no.
was trying
Come
to find
on, get it under
Bentancur at the top of the
control.
box. Someone took it from him. I think it was Scarlett. It's intended towards Bentancur, I believe.
Oh, if you could just get a better first touch there, the shot's off. Arsenal are still losing to West Ham, and they're a man down, is it? Bournemouth are losing to Wolves. Interesting results today. All the away teams are winning. Palace are beating Fulham away from home. Brighton are beating Southampton away from home. Geez, if anyone had an accumulator on all the away teams today, you'd be worth a fortune. And Everton beat Man United earlier as well.
Or even for the bookies themselves, usually a lot of people would go for the home team, so.
Yeah.
Asuma's come on in case anybody's curious.
K32, we are staying up. I said we are staying up.
Get it going.
Do you know what? I love how
singing.
pathetic. I love how pathetic we are and how much little joy we get out of no matter the situation we're in. It's funny. Big up K32, legend. Oh, go on, get the pressure on. 8 minutes added on. Where is that coming from? I mean, Ipswich fans don't want that torture, and we want to go and have dinner. So come on.
What does the cowbell have to do with skiing? DJ AK and a few people had mentioned that. The cowbell with skiing. I'm actually not too. Maybe I just didn't ski enough to know.
Cowbell? I mean, that's a bit.
Yeah, well, how is that connected to skiing? Is there a famous skier or someone who?
Bit of a dark turn there. We don't want to know what you do on a Saturday, DJ. Filthy animal.
+8 does seem excessive. I agree.
Yeah, it is
Might
excessive.
as well add a 5th then. Just to.
The Premier League
everyone
trying to
stay
tire
longer.
us out for the City game. I know their plan.
Let's make
David
everyone.
King rang in.
Make
8
these.
minutes.
Let's make these fans stay longer. Let's grab a 5th.
Maybe they're just in awe that much of our good football that they just want to sit there and watch more of it.
It's a shame though. Maybe for the channel predictions, I think there were 2 4-0 predictions actually.
Was there?
In the channel predictions, but it's 4-1. So it's unfortunate.
Neil Poit.
Could have been imagine getting a 4-0 prediction.
Could be 4-2 here. Good defending. That Danzo again. He fucking is, He's my man of the match today. He's been brilliant. Right, time to get man of the match poll done. I can do that at ease. Start a poll.
I'd go Sonny,
Yeah.
Danzo, Jed Spence again. And I kind of want to throw Kulu in there, but I feel like I could be missing someone.
Do you have to put Johnson in there because he scored 2?
Yeah, Johnson. Maybe that's what I'm missing. The thing is, Johnson, it was such a typical Johnson performance. It's like I'm not even too sure if he touched the ball except for the 2 taps.
yeah, I know what you mean.
But that's typical with him. That's his game.
Hillman, Son,
Oh, Basuma, man. Why are you letting that go down?
Kevin, Danzo. Guys, people saying
Kulu
Bergvall.
or Johnson, everybody. Should we go Kulu or Johnson?
Bergvall
I'm happy
has,
with either.
yeah, Bergvall's been good. I'm putting him in.
We'll just do neither.
Lucas
No controversy,
Bergvall.
we'll just leave them both out.
So, I'm going to have to put Brennan Johnson in on the basis that he scored 2 goals, but I do think someone else should be in there ahead of him. But look,
I don't think he's man of the match. Yeah. That penalty from Kulu? Maybe. Are they looking back on it? Yeah, I think it might have been a penalty from Kulu.
Man of the match poll is up, guys. Go get your votes in. Nah, no penalty. No point. 4 minutes left. I can't get that mango chutney out of my head. Thank you, Alpesh.
No Jet Spence. Yeah, that was a...
Do you know what? We've got that many great performances today. I couldn't fit them all in. I apologize, guys.
Yeah, you're only allowed 4 options.
Do you know what? Jed Spence should be in there, actually.
I think that's what we were debating was kind of Kulu, Jed, Johnson. Maybe Bergvall might have been.
Do I start again?
Bergvall might have been a bit. Bergvall is not doing too bad on the poll so far.
We'll leave it there. Look,
I mean, Johnson's on 7%. So as much as, the Johnson fanboys might have been giving him, the man of the match, he's only on
good defending,
7%.
Paulo.
Oh, Dane!
Go on, then, Mbappe. Show him some heels.
Oh,
Nah. Very
out
poor
of
there.
feet.
Even Ipswich don't want this to continue. Come on, ref, just blow it up. They're waving the white handkerchiefs. Absolutely demolished them today. Ipswich pump it long. Jed Spence doesn't even care about getting out there anymore. Brilliant. It's gone out for a throw-in. Come on, Spurs. We are Tottenham.
Everyone's
Super
incensed.
Tottenham. We are Tottenham from the lane.
Everyone's incensed. They're incensed that Spence isn't in the man of the match. It's a crime.
Okay, a lot of people are saying, Jack, your hat should be in there.
Maybe.
No,
Mango chutney.
Who we blaming for not putting Spence in there? We blame Shawnee Maddox.
Wherever the Bergvall shout came from, that seemed to have corrupted it.
But you know what? It was like 4 or 5 of them in a row. I was like, yeah, fairness, he has played very well.
We are Tottenham, Super Tottenham. We are Tottenham from the lane.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on, ref, just blow it up. I'm in love with the shape of you, Jedi, 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 Jedi. Well on, Vic. Shame we couldn't get him a clean sheet today.
That was a dad joke. Go home, Jack, says Job. Red card.
People are saying free Jedi. Blame Shawnee Maddox. Shawnee's the guy you need to get after for not having Jed Spence in there. We don't know why. He's just to blame.
Last minute here. Can Matters maybe find the 5th?
Arsenal have
Pedro,
lost.
he's got numbers. We're pushing for the 5th. Kulu.
Get it in. Come on, let's get Wilson Odebear on there. Man, or Benticore. Onto Danzo.
Lovely. Little stroking the ball around here.
That's it. Just sucker them in. Come on now, ref. Not 1 minute over 8, please. Got an Indian to get to.
The takeaway places close early tonight, ref.
I'm going to have an Indian and watch the rugby and bask in Tottenham's brilliance.
There it is. Full
Come
time.
on.
3 Premier League.
3 in a row, Jacko. Now we're building some momentum. Let's have it.
That's 3 in a row. Let's make it 3 in a row. Come on, lads. 3 to the good. 3 points desperately needed. We're climbing up that table. We're now into 12th position. Who would have thought? Maybe we could climb into the top 10, maybe sooner rather than later. Great performance. Like I said, first 10, 15 minutes made me very, very nervous. But after that, Spurs did find a way to get control back into the game. And we done what we were talking about at the end of halftime of the first half. We were saying it's just about using the second half as a clean slate, push on, be the better team like you were towards the end of the first half. And they did that and more. They did that and more in the second half. I thought that was pretty much cruise control from Spurs. So very, very good performance. And, we're singing tonight, Dave. We're going to be eating. We're eating. Takeaways are being ordered. Beers are being drunk. Everyone's going to be enjoying the rest of their evening. It looks like Arsenal might have dropped points as well. Got a good game afterwards, to look forward to. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to, Spurs maybe potentially going a little win streak here in the Premier League. Let's see if they can.
No, look, at the end of the day, right, you've still got what we are now, 26 games. You still got 12 games left. It's still one third of the season left, right? There's no point in giving up. You want to try and climb as high back up that table and achieve a respectable league finish as we can. And if we can get back to winning ways, putting in good performances, building momentum, then all of a sudden you look at it and go, well, Postecoglou was right. The injuries did have a massive overall effect on everything we were trying to do. But it is about trying to finish this season as strong as we can. I think we're 5 points now off breaking inside the top 10 after today's win. A couple more wins on the bounce, or just even if you don't beat Man City, just don't lose. And it's important that we build momentum, because heading into them European games, that momentum carries over. Like, it's hard to ask Tottenham to keep losing league games and then just turn up all of a sudden in a cup game. It's hard to ask. At some point, momentum brings confidence. Confidence means you go into games with automatic believing you could win. And we need to build momentum in the league so that it sort of has a knock-on effect going into Europe, so that when we go into these games, we are confident that we can beat them. And all in all, today we scored 4 goals, which I think is a huge plus. 2 for Brennan Johnson. Son was balling out there. Jed Spence got his goal. Bergvall had a really good game in midfield. Kulu got his goal as well. Hopefully now you're seeing players with a bit of confidence now flowing through them. This was a difficult fixture. Everyone had this down as one to watch today, and we made it look easy. We dug in, we scrapped when we needed to scrap, and then our quality ended up showing in the end. All in all, it's a fucking great day. It's a great day to be back. It's a great day to be alive. At the end of the day, all we want is Tottenham to win games. And we're 3 on the bounce now, building some momentum. So very, very happy today, Jack. Cannot complain.
Yeah, there's a lot of positives to take from today. I also thought, resilience, comes to mind as well, and just the ability to handle a storm. I think we did, have to deal with a difficult storm from Delap, Hutchinson in those first 10 to 15 minutes. But I think Spurs found a way to get themselves back into the game, and then in a very, very clutch way, we put away the chances, that we started to create. We were clinical in that first half. I think that gave us maybe the confidence to go on and win this game in the second half. So really, really good resilience shown by the players today. And I think that's also part of the ingredients of the win. Much better maybe leadership, mentality, and just persistence maybe shown by Spurs to get back into the game and then go on and win the game. Go on and push for the win. Don't just settle for 2-1. Don't settle for 3-1. They pushed on for 4. They pushed on for practically 5. And that's, again, really positive to see from Spurs. And of course, we're also seeing, maybe the benefits of some rotation finally in the side. It's nice to see Ange be able to throw in different options, different players, and plenty of them made an impact. And we're also contributing to the win today. So many different positives to take. The only thing that's just, the first 10 to 15 really threw me off. I was getting really nervous there in the first 10 to 15, but I'm really actually amazed by the bounce back and the resilience shown by the players to go on and just take the game back. They actually just took the momentum, took the tempo back from Ipswich, and made them kind of null and void after maybe 30-ish minutes, I think. Then Ipswich kind of didn't really create much of anything. It felt like after that. Yes, they got the Hutchinson goal, maybe towards the end, but I felt like, after that first 10 to 15, Spurs just slowly just got back control of the game and never really lost it from there, in my opinion. So fair play to us. Fair play.
I think, look, everyone's going to point to that first 10, 15 minutes. Oh, we were lucky to survive, could have been 3 down. But the reality is, Jack, even the best team in the country's come under spells like that for a period in the game. It doesn't matter whether it's the first 15, the 15 before halftime, or the last 15. You always come under that sort of pressure, that sort of spell. Ideally, you don't want to come under that early. We did, but we survived. We got away with it. But I thought from there on out, we showed a bit of professionalism, a bit of class to a degree. We sort of got control of the ball, regained our composure, kept the ball, took the sting out of their pressing because we were so good in terms of the way we were knocking it about, which then in turn takes belief out of them. And then all of a sudden they're into the game where they don't want, where they're chasing that ball. And then we sucker punched them in the first half, took our chances, didn't create an awful lot, but we were clinical, like you alluded to, at halftime. And then, like I said at halftime, I don't want to see us rest on our laurels, sit back. I want to see us take control of this game in the second half. And we've done that, This season, we've lost a lot of games in the second half. The likes of the Leicester game, the Brighton game, and stuff like that. So the warning signs are there. And I think the lessons that we've learned today is, for that 5 minutes after halftime, we kept the ball. We didn't allow them any belief. We didn't make any mistakes to give them any hope. And we sort of suckered it on and carried that on into the second half. And then we went up and took our chances. Look, I know many people would argue about the first 15 minutes, but no team is flawless over the 90. You do have to suck up that period from time to time. And I thought we done that well today. I thought a very professional performance all round, and good to see so many options off the bench like you alluded to. Like Dane Scarlett comes off the bench, fresh legs up front. He wins that flick on for Kulu's goal. And this is the benefit of having fresh players off the bench. You don't have to continue with the same guys and look to sit back. You bring on fresh players, you press them back, you force them back later on in the game. And I've always said this about Postecoglou. He needs to have a bench, because in order to keep this press up, that's how he does it, by bringing players off the bench. And that's what we've seen today, and that's why we were able to go and gloss up the scoreline. So all in all, I think a very good day for Tottenham, a very professional day. You've got players coming back, scoring goals, hitting the ground running. You've got players like Son and Kulu, who would take massive confidence from today's game, and you've got someone like Jed Spence, who's continued the redemption arc. So, I think in all, a very good day for Tottenham Hotspur, Jack. At the end of the day, I wanted them to kick on in the second half and take control, and we've done that. I can't complain.
Oh, 100%. So many good comments, everybody. Really do appreciate you guys. Thanks for all the support that's been coming in. Feel free to give us your thoughts on this game. Smash that like button as well if you have enjoyed
Come on,
the
you
watch along. A
Spurs.
very relaxing watch along, like Adrian Chia brought up earlier, for once. It feels like it's been a good change, to have something like that. Dark Sun G saying, as soon as our players return, we win 3 games in a row. I mean, that's what Ange has been alluding to. It's maybe what a lot of the Ange believers, Dave, have been alluding to, that once, the players come back, once there are more options, once there are more players to rotate, you'll start to see the form pick up again. And, to be fair, that's what's been happening so far.
Do you know what? We were that good. I was almost bored the last 10 minutes. We were that good, just keeping possession and stuff like that. But, this is one thing that Postecoglou has always argued. Every time he's been asked about it, he's always said, look at the injuries, wait until we get them back. And I know a lot of people said, yeah, but that's a huge gamble, pinning it all on that. But players are coming back. We're looking a lot better. We're playing a lot better. We're controlling the game a lot better, and we're scoring a lot more. On today, we glossed up the scoreline a little bit more. So look, let's wait and see how it ends. I think we need a bigger bite-sized sample to say yes, that's definitely the case. Look, most fans realise that when your better players go injured, you do take a bit of a downturn in terms of performances and stuff like that. But look, if we can regain it between now and the end of the season, then we have more conversations to be had over the summer.
100%. Ray Martin, good to see you, Ray. Thanks for the support as well.
This is a good one.
People criticize Johnson for just tap-ins, but tap-ins are important. How many games we lost because no one could successfully do a tap-in? Listen, Dave will probably give his thoughts on this. I'll give my quick thoughts on it. With Johnson, I'm very critical of him because I just don't think he offers, that positive, direct impact in terms of creating chances for others and, helping the team flow in possession. But he has that ability to be at the right place at the right time to sniff out goal-scoring chances better than pretty much anybody else really in this forward line this season. He has that knack to be at the right place at the right time. He knows how to be there at the back post. Plenty of times, we will see, someone fire across like Sonny did there, and there will be no one there, just no one even crashing in the penalty area. And he does that very well. So as much as I'm usually very critical of him and, elements of his game, he does have that in his locker that pretty much no one else in the team really has. And this season, it's been a big problem is just finishing chances and putting away chances and being a clinical team. And Johnson was part of 2 very devastating counterattacks by Spurs where we just transitioned on them very well. Sonny did so well on both chances to take on his fullback, create the chance for Johnson. I think most times it really was, Sonny's very good work, then Johnson sort of finishing it off. But there's no one else in the team who really does it as consistently as he does in terms of the tap in. But Dave, I mean, your thoughts on that? He is right. Someone's got to tap it in.
Look, I think people overlook it sometimes. It's like, oh, it's luck. It's not luck with how much times he repeats the same process. It's actually a skill. You got to stay concentrated, read the game, and then also show the hunger and desire to be in the right position. It's like Maddison's goal against Man United. From the average eye, they go, oh, well, that's a bit of luck. He capitalised. But when you actually look at it, he anticipated it, he followed it up. There's a skill in that alone. Jermaine Defoe made a living off that, being that sort of fox in the box and stuff like that. Made a living off it. It's an absolute skill that does need to be recognised. where my grievances to a degree comes in with someone like Brennan Johnson is I don't want to just be a counter-attacking team or rely on a guy that can just cut in and do one thing. If we really want to kick on, progress, and really push forward as a football club, we want to be able to sustain attacks for large periods like the big teams do. And in order to do that, you have to have everybody across that front line on it, posing a danger. And if you do play Brennan Johnson and he doesn't get that time into the run or someone doesn't provide it, then often he's left irrelevant to what we're trying to do. You may as well play with 10 men. And I think just for Brennan Johnson himself, he's not going to survive at Tottenham another 5 years living off this alone. He does have to bring an extra element to his game, in order for him to really stay here long term and really elevate his own game. And the last thing I'll say about Johnson, I do think at times he plays into this victim mentality at times. Today he scored 2 goals and he's going around
shushing
like
fans. Yeah.
At the end of the day, when are you going to realize we're on your case because we want you to do it week in, week out, not sporadically, and it's a bit like Madison to a degree, walking around shushing people, shushing Roy Keane, a guy that's won how many Premier Leagues, FA Cup, League Cups, Champions Leagues, and stuff like that, and you're shushing him because you've scored 1 goal. That's also a mentality I think needs to change at Tottenham. Too many players play the victim rather than actually realize this criticism is coming from a good place because people wouldn't be asking for it if they didn't believe you could do it.
Yeah, he's so good at being there at the right place at the right time. But this was a very Johnson performance in that he grabbed a brace, but I don't even remember any other touches he had in the game apart from the 2 times that he tapped it into the back of the net. So it's very funny with Johnson that way that he can have those sort of performances. He can have a brace, but apart from that, what did he actually really do in the game? It's a funny one. It's a funny one with him. He can be a conundrum sometimes.
But like I said, it is a skill that needs to be recognized. It's not luck to anyone that
Shut
thinks
up,
it is on the
man.
untrained eye. It is a skill.
Yeah.
But he does need to bring more. And I think I'm fair with that criticism. But Ray Martin, give us your feedback, my man. Get in the comments. Let us know. Because I think it's a very good super chat and a very good chat to have. So
Very
thank
good
you.
super chat. We tried to answer it, as balanced as we can. Of course, we have plenty of Johnson bias, but we tried to sort of see it through your lens, Ray. And I think you made a very good point that we have to agree with. I think we do have to agree with it. Sean Maddox saying, wanted dead or alive. He's a cowboy on a steel horse. He rides. Real man of the match. Dave, Sean was livid in the chat. He practically was starting a revolt in the chat, against us, for not having Jed Spence in there. Dave, I mean, he's the most wanted man in the Premier League, Jed Spence. He's wanted dead or alive.
Do you know what, Jack? I absolutely love what I'm seeing in the comments all over socials, free Jed and everything else, because it's a long cry from get him out of our club, sell him, etc., etc. It goes to show how much Jed has turned it around. And, credit to him, got his goal today. I'm absolutely buzzing for him. I think the biggest lack of respect towards Jed Spence is that we don't have a song yet. That needs to change very, very quickly. This guy's man the match nearly every single week. And you know what? I made a boo-boo today, Sean. Look, I did tell Jack I'm still not thinking clearly after my illness, so I made a boo-boo today and I didn't put him in the list, unfortunately. My bad, but at the end of the day, you're Shawnee Maddox, so you will take the blame.
Everybody, you know what to do. Blame Sean in the chat. The revolt goes back towards Sean.
I'm starting to sound like Sean Bites. I need some water.
Big up, Sean, man. Always very, very kind to us, sir. And I hope you're enjoying your vacation, or at least the start of it, by the way. Hopefully you are enjoying it. Some nice time off. Dark Sun G saying, this is the Jed we signed from Middlesbrough. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely right, Dark Sun G. I think Jedi has been probably the most important player for us in the past month or two. And Kulusevski was the one before that, Dark Sun G. And it would take, some performances, to be able to take that sort of title as maybe the most important player in the squad right now. But as much as, we are a Kulu fan channel, as someone brought up earlier in the chat, I think this is also very much a Jedi Spence channel, a very Jedi Spence masterclass channel. We love what Jedi's been doing, and I think he's become one of the most important players in the team in recent months. It's just consistency, too. Like, we've criticized plenty of players, not just Madison, plenty of players in this team have struggled for consistency this season. I would probably never say that with Jed Spence. I don't think Jed Spence has ever had that problem this year.
I remember we both done a video together, Jack, over the summer, the Jedi Redemption arc. If people remember, and we were both, keep Jed Spence around. I think this kid has something real to offer. And to be fair, we've always been a big fan of Jed Spence. Even when he was going through his trouble with Leeds and all, we've always sat here and said, put yourself in his shoes. You're a young guy who's had the hard route to make it to being a professional footballer. The amount of rejections you've had to take to even make it here. Then you get your dream move, and all of a sudden it's taken away from you because a manager won't pick you because he's using you as a tug of war between the ownership because it's not what he wanted. You're going to lose your head as a young lad. You are. And Postecoglou's been tough on him. But at the end of the day, I think it's been beneficial towards Jed Spence. I know a lot of people may not have liked it or questioned it, but there's method to the madness. Look what the guy is producing now. And I think one thing we've always said, Jack, and when we brought him from Middlesbrough, I've always highlighted, I love how quick he gets down that line from defence, to attack. He's very good, he's strong. We've always recognised Jed Spence's ability. Sometimes you just need a manager that's going to believe in you. And Postecoglou, I know he gets a lot of criticism, but the reality is he's got more out of him than what Girona or Genoa did, more out of him than what Leeds did, more out of him than what Conte did. He's got the most out of him in Jed Spence's professional career. And I do think people maybe need to look at that a little bit different and actually give Postecoglou a lot of praise. But if there's any young lad out there who faces rejection in terms of anything in life, I think Jed Spence is a prime example of perseverance, putting your head down. Yeah, you've made mistakes, but they're never too big to overcome. You can overcome them and you can push forward and still pursue what you want to. I think he's an absolute role model to many out there. And not only that, I mean, if you're looking for a guy that knows fashion, look no further than Jed Spence. Look at his outfits when he's sitting on the bench and stuff. That guy is just the epitome of cool.
Yeah, deep, but yeah, he does have probably the coolest vibe of the team as well. Ray Martin just following up from earlier saying, I do agree with your comments, lads, and just wanted to recognize that it does take a skill to be there in time and focus to be able to tap it in. This is the best Spurs channel. Come on, you Spurs. Very, very, very kind of you, Ray. Very, very kind of you. Ray. And believe me, I think Dave and I agree with you, and we are very biased, people towards Johnson. And so it shows that you made a very good point, if we're able to agree with you on that. And of course, we try to see things through different people's lenses just by having our own opinion. But I think it's a point that pretty much every Spurs fan would agree with, even if you aren't Johnson's biggest fan. I think you do have to concede that he is better at that than pretty much anybody else in the team. 100%. Yeah. C Max saying, I've rated Spence since day one when everyone was talking about his attitude. Well, he's clearly, turned things around. Rohan, good to see you, Rohan. Yeah, what's up with these shushing stuff? Play brilliant or multiple matches in a row first. Interesting, Rohan. Good to see you. Haven't seen your name in a while, and I know you're very kind to us as well. And then Kev Williams saying, Spence has been class since his start in the first team. I'm not at all surprised. I'm a fan of his. Kevin Donzo has been a top signing. Good to see you, Kev Williams, in the house.
Yeah, good to see you, Kev, as well. Hopefully you're keeping well, buddy. But Sean has also got in at the bottom of the chat and says, Wanted Jed or Alive is the name of a song. So I'm going to have to type that in on YouTube, give it a listen to after, Shawnee, and I'll let you know later on with my feedback.
Watch it be like a metal song or like something like that. Probably a tough one to turn into a Spurs tune.
Baby, Jed.
Jerome, thank you, Jerome, for the support, sir. Saying, welcome back, Dave. Great win today, and shame about the Arsenal.
Shame about the Arsenal. Their league title is over.
And now, it's going to be, I think they're now trying to just hold on to the Champions League is their only hope. I think we all know how that's going to end up unfolding. So it's been a good year, Jerome. At least, if we're going to struggle, they might as well struggle as well. And ain't that right? But great win today, man. Of the last, more convincing than Man United win, far more convincing than the Brentford win. This is the best of the three. Absolutely the best of the three. Like I said, maybe the only 10 to 15 minutes there, I was a little sketched out. But I actually really applaud Spurs for really just taking control back in the game since then, Jerome. So it's all about resilience. It's all about, sort of taking back the momentum, and fair play to us. We actually showed mentality. And how many times have you and I and Dave sat together, talking about that problem, at the club. So the mentality was there today. Fazzy Radfar saying the scoreline is no surprise to me, 4-1.
No, definitely no surprise to you, Faz. You predicted it, don't you? You predict these things. You're like that octopus from that Euros all them years ago, where the octopus used to predict the winner. Remember that craze? Big up, Faz Radfar. Good to see you, my man, and hope you're keeping well. I also just want to say big up, Jerome, as well. Good to see you around, buddy. And look, hopefully you and the young family, hopefully you're all keeping well. You know, it's a great day to be alive, my man. So make sure you go and spend time with the family and enjoy yourself. I also want to give you credit, Jerome, because do you know what I love about you? I know that you're a big fan of Ange, and so am I too, but you've never been one to put your hands in your ears and go, you're speaking about Ange, you're calling him out, or you're questioning this, you know, and just walk away. You're willing to sit there, have the discussions and stuff like that. So I want to say massive respect to you, Jerome, and you set the example, my man.
He likes, a good back and forth, Jerome. I think he's kind of the guy, it's not like he's looking for, a debate, but he's happy to, to have a good back and forth. He's a good sport like that, Jerome, and kind of sees the point of, the discussions of it. Big up, Jerome. Always really appreciate your support for us. And Faz, always been very kind to us as well, Faz. And we should get you on the channel predictions if these 4-1s are going to start happening regularly, Fazzy. Big up to you, sir. Dark Sun G saying, I can't wait to see Spence play in Europa League versus City. And versus City, sorry. Come on, you Spurs. I mean, Jed Spence, like I said, he's first name on the team sheet, maybe just ahead of Kulusevski at the moment. For me, Dark Sun G, I think he's first name in the team sheet. And also, I know you'll probably, maybe you haven't mentioned this yet, but I think Sonny as well is playing himself back into being, the clear starter. I know he was struggling, and maybe some people have been talking about selling him and stuff like that, but I think that was a really good performance from him. And, one that is sort of reminding us of the one-on-one ability, the positive, direct nature that he does have. I think he had that fullback on toast for the entire 90 minutes, pretty much, Sonny. And he actually started the game off, I think, really well. Well, I'll bring up that first 10 to 15 minutes. I thought we really struggled, but I think Sonny kind of from minute one was pretty much just, ready to go. And he created a good goal for us to get ahead, against the run of play. So, I mean, I know we played really well in the second half. I know we pushed on and won the game, but I don't think we win this game without Sonny playing as well as he did in the first half, to Dark Sun G. But you are right. I should be talking about Jed Spence. He is the new man, and he should be in that squad versus City Europa League. He should be in every team for the rest of the season, unless he needs a rest.
I do want to come in off the back of what you and Dark Sun G are having this Sun conversation here, Jack, is I think the reason why we've seen the best out of Sun today is if you go back and look at a lot of the other games, we're often putting the ball into Sun and asking him to be the first point of contact a lot of the time, but also in a deeper position and looking to get turned and almost go at them, the whole half. But what we actually done today is we kept on putting that ball over the top, and it's something that Harry Kane used to do for Sun an awful lot. So we all know has an impeccable timing on his run. He's very patient with it, Both goals today that we scored from, straight away you're looking, is he onside? Onside both times. Absolutely great timing in the run. But it's because we could almost, not put him under pressure by being the first point of contact. We almost took the pressure over here and then put balls in over the top. And that's why, actually, I think we got the best out of Son again today. And he looked more like his old self because other players were doing what Kane done for Son an awful lot of the time.
King Hoddle saying the single trophy is still on. Kerry King.
King Hoddle. Pathetic. I love it, though.
Kerry King, good to see you, Kerry. What a match. That was looking more like Ange ball. Jed is just amazing. Completely agree with you, Kerry. And also thanks for supporting Dave and I on this channel. Robert Hardy saying you were the only semi-positive, optimistic channel most of the time. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate that, by the way. So many people have been very, very kind to us today. Do appreciate you guys. And then also we have one from Keith Edwards. Big up to you, Keith. Brilliant goal from Kulu. However, his legs have been gone, and he should have been rested. Dave, I mean, that's an interesting, point by Keith. Like, it was in the back of my mind at one point in this game because I said, he rested Madison. Why did he rest Madison for this game? Then isn't Kulusevski, right, more deserving of a rest? It's just that when you got 1 week in between games, I think you have to play your best players, Keith. And Kulusevski is one of our best players. It's almost like he has to be pushed, still. And he's gotten rest in between. Doesn't get as much rest as other players do, but unfortunately for him, he's probably the second most, if not the most important player in the Spurs team right now. So that's just how it is.
Now, Jack Keith, hold that thought just briefly. I want to just quickly address Robert. Robert, I think we're a very fair channel. You know, we'll criticise when I think it needs to be done, but we'll also have no problem sitting there praising or saying we got it wrong. So I think we're fair to a degree. But Keith, very good point, actually. And I'm glad you sort of brought this up because I've had a bit of an epiphany. Well, I don't know if it's epiphany. I'm going to share it with you guys, and I'm sure you can sort of let me know in the chat. You'll know if you'll tell me if I'm included. I know you will. But, you know, we sit here and we've moaned about the injury crisis and we've blamed Ange Postecoglou, the training methods. And look, like I tried to tell everybody, we haven't been training. And since then, Postecoglou has come out and said it. We haven't been training, you know. We can't with the injuries and the amount of games that have come in thick and fast. We haven't been able to work on things and stuff like that. But when it comes to Porro, we also have the same conversations. He needs to be rested. I'm to the point, actually, when I actually deep it, I listen to Pedro Porro, the way he lives his life outside of Tottenham Hotspur. He does his own recovery, extra work at home, does extra training at home. Same with Kulu. He's had a big interview this year about how he lives his life outside of the pitch to make sure he's in prime condition on the pitch. Well, is it any surprise that they haven't been injured this season, that they've been out there every single game? So I think there's a lot to be said that if you actually take care of yourself and you dedicate yourself to your craft, you can actually go out there and perform at a certain level. You can go out there and play all these minutes. And to be honest, it's Kulu probably doesn't even feel tired, to be quite frank. We could be sitting here and making a big thing out of nothing. But the reality is, I'm of the opinion, him, Porro, they're built different. They can actually handle this. I think some of the players that usually get injured, Brennan Johnson, he's been out at the darts and stuff this year. Is everything he does dedicated to his craft? So I'm putting the question out there. Is a lot of the injuries we suffer, because we've got a lot of good time Charlies, Basuma suffers a lot of injuries. We know what his life is like off the pitch and stuff like that. So I just wonder, when you look at that, is there actually a direct correlation to how you live your life in terms of your injury record, if you know what I mean, Jack?
Well,
Sorry.
I know I do. It is a lot bigger than people realize, you know, whether it's, you know, your diet, you know, what you eat, you know, before, you know, games, after games, in between, you know, that can play a huge impact on your recovery, can play a huge impact even on your own sort of, you know, body's ability to, you know, have the energy, you know, to play in, week out, right? You know, you have to eat healthy. Also, as well, you need to do training outside of the training that you already do, like the training they usually do, you know, you know, during their actual days at the ground, you know, that's required, you know, but there is training that they can do afterwards to, again, you know, just sort of give themselves that bit of an edge above other players, or also, right, to prevent, you know, any potential injuries, or prevent, you know, them not being, you know, or, you know, help themselves be fully match fit, help themselves go into the same every game with the same type of energy. So there's so many different impacts of it. I'm not even like the biggest, you know, health guru sort of knowledge person, but
Neither am I, clearly.
there's a lot of evidence to suggest that, you know, there's a lot more, you know, behind the scenes that, you know, goes into being a player that can play in, you know, 60, 70 games a season, you know, and a lot of times you hear guys, they talk about certain players being, you know, constant professionals, right? You know, a guy that, you know, is just a real role model, both off the pitch and on the pitch. And usually when they say off the pitch, that kind of means, you know, they're eating healthy, they're not going out too late, they're going to bed early, you know, they have a pretty relatively, you know, quiet life, you know, when need be. It's that type of stuff. And I think it goes a lot further than maybe people might realize in terms of either recovering from an injury or also just playing on a consistent level, being even consistent, you know, as a player, comes down to that sort of professionalism. Dark G Dave saying, with Danzo playing well, could he better train hard to get back into the team? I mean, Kevin Danzo, like, he's coming into the team with like a fresh sort of energy. He wants, you know, to help, you know, he wants to contribute to Spurs. He looks like he's happy to be here from his interview and from, you know, the, you know, kind of other interviews that he's given, you know, with the club and, you know, with other outlets. So, I mean, Dave, I mean, I think Danzo, he is going to be pushing Cuti Romero. Personally, I probably still would put Cuti straight back into the team, Dark Sun G, but I see what you mean. Like Danzo, every game, I think he's gotten better. And he also came into the team during pretty much the worst possible period. So you have to think about that as well. It was not an easy time to come into this Spurs squad, especially as a defender. You know, I think it's actually easier to come into the Spurs team if you were a forward player than it is as a defender. Like he had to be rolled in straight away with not really a lot of training or time to even get to know his teammates or anything. And I think he's settled in pretty well for the most part. Kevin Danzo.
Keith, let me know what your thoughts are. Give me and Jack feedback in the chat, my man. But Dark Sun G, look, do you know what? When it comes to Danzo, Do you know what, Jack? I was just thinking
You're
there
falling in love with him.
while you were speaking. Yeah, but I remember like when we first signed him, you had a conversation. I said to you, I said, you know what, I think he's going to be a lot better than what many Spurs fans maybe think. But when it comes to Danzo, do you know what I love about him, Jack? Just thinking about when you were speaking there. Man United, clearly comes off with a knock. Am I surprised? No, he puts his body on the line. Today, he's there near the end of the game holding his head because he's picked up something. Again, because he puts his body on the line. Name me any defenders over the last few years at Tottenham Hotspur that have been like that, where, there's breaking plays because they put their body on the line and, Danzo does that. What I love about him is he's a no-nonsense centre-back. Puts his head on the line. He's physical. He roughs people up. He'll get stuck in. He doesn't shirk responsibility. You never see him begging for other people like Dyer. Come here. Like he's fucking bringing in aeroplanes all the time, doing all these signals. He just gets on with it. And hopefully now, watching Danzo, people actually understand my criticism of Radu Dragusin. It's what I said, Radu Dragusin. I don't think he's a great defender, and I don't think he's good on the ball. You look at Kevin Danzo, the way he's slotted in. He's much better than Radu Dragusin. He doesn't put you in as much danger. He doesn't leave gaping holes for other teams to play in. We don't concede anywhere near as many goals either, and I think that's the best sort of praise you can give Danzo, Jack. I think he's helped consolidate that backline. It looks like we can start solving the issues to a degree.
And Faz Radfar agrees with you, Dark Sun G, saying Kevin Danzo, what a signing he's been. Absolutely, Fazzy Radfar. Ryan, picking up a fan show membership. Big up to you, Rhino. Thank you, sir. Feel free to come on Monday, by the way. So we'll see you there, sir. Thank you very much. And thanks for watching along in the background. Sounds like you might have been watching the game, Rhino. Are you happy clapping? Are you happy clapping? John Spite, I believe. Spate. John Spate, maybe. That's probably a better pronunciation. Let me know. Or Josh as well. I got the first name wrong as well. So huge red card for me, Josh. Thank you for the support, my friend. Let me see if you left a comment.
It just says number one, Jack.
Just says number one.
Yeah, the number one.
Or it might be his first super chat, I think is what that means.
Oh, could be. Josh, if there was supposed to be a comment, just put it in the chat and let us know, my man, and we'll bring it up.
Yeah, and if you already did, sorry to make you repeat yourself, but if you could do that for us, Josh, be a huge favor, because we might have lost maybe one of the comments that you put in there. Thank you for the support, by the way, though, Josh. Very, very kind of you. And then we also had Captain Pants. Good to see you, Captain Pants. Didn't say hello to you today. Darkson G saying, we will Jedi. we will Jedi you. No, this has to be a song by him, Dave. But as always, I'm not as fast as Darkson G. I think he's gone for some sort of we will
Jedi. Oh, so it's that song, Rock You. We will, I think, if I'm correct.
We will Jedi you.
Yeah.
We will Jedi you. Love that, Dark Sunji. I think we're still butchering it. We don't have the exact tune or the exact rhythm, maybe in our head right now, but someone help us out. There, and as people probably will say in the chat, usually when we start singing, they'll say, "Don't quit the day job, lads." Usually, what ends up happening in the chat once we start singing. Jerome, thank you very much for the kind support. Jerome saying, "Whether Anjin or Anjou, it is everyone's opinion, and they all make sense. I just don't like it though when people just have a go at the manager without looking at any of the context." I mean, do you kind of see where he's coming from there, Dave? That sometimes the pops at Ange can just be maybe some are more unfair than others, and that's kind of where maybe some people do get frustrated, like Jerome.
It hasn't just been Ange Postecoglou. It happened under Jose. It happened with Nuno. It happened with Conte as well, where you get to the round where they blame the manager for absolutely everything. We've been here before around, in times where it steer around the manager. It's like, it doesn't matter what they do. Someone's going to blame him for something. The guy blinks or farts, they blame him. Do you know what I mean? That's to the point it gets to at times. People blaming Postecoglou for all the injuries. No one wants to look at the players and how they live their life off the pitch to make sure they're right for being on it and stuff like that. Sometimes I do think that can be the case. Look, I think, when people were like, I like to think, Jack, if we were questioning Postecoglou or stuff, we always recognize, yes, the injuries are going to take its toll on you. Yes, you are going to suffer a bit in performances and stuff. I'd like to think we've always been sort of rational around Ange Postecoglou to a large degree. It's just when, no matter what happens, people go, "Oh, that's Ange's fault." Or, the one that drives me mad? Posta no clue. He has no clue about tactics. It's like, well, I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter what level. If you don't go and win if you don't have a clue about tactics and stuff like that. You know, it was the same under Conte, same under Jose. No tactics, too old. I mean, sometimes it just entered the realms where it's like, what are we even talking about here? You can't even have an honest conversation or get off to a good start with it because, you know, if you're coming from a position where you blame him for absolutely everything, you're never going to really be open to someone else's opinion. So I definitely agree with that, Jerome. And I see David L in the comments as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, cool feature is that you can respond to Super Chats now, and there are two people that responded, Dave. Dennis saying, Jerome, many injuries. We were playing every 3 to 4 days. What were people expecting? A lot of people seem to be agreeing with Jerome. And then David L, Dave, you're right, saying, would be helpful if the opinions were informed on some evidence or insight. Almost always it just comes across as a casual accusation against a genuine professional in their field.
But he also adds on, talking trash about Johnson when you're eating Doritos off your chest should raise some questions about you, not Johnson. Well, first of all, I don't know how you know what I was doing last night. That's a bit weird. But look, at the end of the day, my man, you know, I'm sure you have plenty of opinion on things that you're not an expert in that field. So I could just use that logic and apply it to you right there. Say if you have an opinion on food and you're not a chef, then you can't have an opinion, right? It's a stupid logic to have. At the end of the day, many people can have, you know, good opinions on many things and not be a professional in it. For some people, like football has been a hobby, but it's been in there with them their whole life. You know, to say you can't have an opinion on it or you don't know what's wrong or right is absolutely madness. And look, when it comes to Brennan Johnson, I think it's a fair criticism. Look, I could sit here and I could lie to you guys, butter him up, tell you he's absolutely brilliant, suck him off, do whatever you want me to do to the guy, right? But at the end of the day, it's not going to make Johnson any better. The reality is, when I've called out some Tottenham players in the past, none of them are at this football club anymore. And people back then said, Dave, get behind him, don't be mean, praise him. Maybe he'd do better if you gave him praise. Okay, but you've done that and he still left the football club. So at the end of the day, it's not a world I live in. I will acknowledge what I think Johnson does well, which I think is fair, but I'll also highlight something. I'm not doing it to be a dick. I'm just saying, if we want to elevate as a football club, if we want to be more consistent, and he wants to be a better player, this is what he needs to do. And I'm not being funny, but you look at a lot of coaches, a lot of managers, they're all overweight. So I guess what I'm trying to say to you is fat people like me, we can still have an opinion on football. If you don't like it, go somewhere else and find a professional athlete that'll sit there and talk to you about Brennan Johnson. Simple as.
I also don't know what you mean by no context or evidence. We have the evidence of what we've been watching all season and last season. That's the evidence. That's the context that we're looking at. It's our own eyeballs watching the actual game. Seems like we're missing the word nuance here in context. You know, you are allowed to look at someone's performances and judge and make conclusions off of that. It's not like we're just going to watch every Johnson performance, closely blind our eyes and our ears, and then just look as whole for every single game. It just seems like, you know, you're missing the ability to find nuance and wiggle room in your opinions, because it's as if, you know, every opinion needs to be perfectly informed. Well, you know, it doesn't seem like you were well informed on just sort of throwing Dorito comments at Dave. Seems like we're missing, you know, a bit of maturity and nuance here.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and qualify myself and stuff like that, but you do realize I've been in and around the game for years. You know, I grew up playing football, you know, all my life and stuff like that. I've been in academies and stuff like that. So, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and qualify myself, but I'd like to think if I've played the game, I've been in and around dressing rooms and stuff, and I've been in academies and stuff, you know, I know what you shouldn't do if you want to make it and what you should do and stuff like that, you know. So I wouldn't sit there and say, oh, look at him, you know, you shouldn't have an opinion. You don't know what people have done in their life and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, if someone sat there and has watched the game or played the game, it doesn't matter what level, they're more than entitled to have an opinion. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're not a chef, but I guarantee you critique food. So if you do, shut the fuck up.
I've also seen very so-called informed journalists, you know, of the Tottenham Hotspur crew say that Brian Sessegnon can play every position across the back line and the forward line. So, you know, to say that some people are informed and some people aren't, I think, again, you know, you're missing the ability to recognize that people have their own opinions and people might have different opinions to you.
You're not allowed to freely think anymore, Jack. That was eradicated years ago.
You're not allowed to have a different opinion, it seems like, in this case. Ryan Trestane, or sorry, no, Darksun G saying Danzo took Toby as number 4 while Radu took Sanchez as number 6. Dave, is that where Radu Dragishin went wrong? He took the cursed number 6, and Kevin Donzo, took the number 4. He's it's a very funny point by Dark Sun G. Maybe the number 6 kid is cursed.
Maybe, but look, yeah, well, actually, Raj Sanchez was number 6, like he points out. Actually, yeah, maybe it is cursed.
And then following that up, Ryan Trestane, net member for 9 months. Big up, Rhino. No, I'm not, Jacko. I'm wanting Ange and Levy and Enoch out. Winning don't make a difference to me. Are you happy clapping, Jacko? 100% I'm happy clapping. We just won 3 games in a row, Ryan. I'm forgetting everything now. I'm going to be celebrating this into next week, sir. And I'm definitely going to be happy clapping. I'm happy clapping on, anything, really. We've barely won any games, in any sort of consecutive nature this season. I've been happy clapping just off 1 win in a row, let alone 3 wins in a row. I'm happy clapping, man. I don't really care. I bet Lee the Dorset Spur, he's enjoying himself. I'm going to be enjoying myself.
I will.
I'll take it, man. I've seen Spurs go through plenty of roller coasters, and when you get to the top of the roller coaster, you never know what Spurs. There's always that very, very quick sort of dissension, just afterwards. So you got to enjoy them when they come, man. You got to enjoy them when they come as a Spurs fan. That's just my outlook. Not saying it's the right one, but that's just how I see it. I think you got to enjoy the wins when they come as a Spurs fan. And then Artist T saying, I'm still Ange out because he's still factually our worst manager of all time. However, let's focus on the win and just look forward to the City game. No need to fight over it. I mean, Artists, fair play to you, sort of looking at it over the large, period of, results and everything. And still has a long way to go to maybe win back some of the people that have maybe jumped off the train. But you are right. This is a good win. Use this win as momentum, as a bit of confidence to push on for the City game. And we'll see how we play in that one. And we'll take things from there.
No, look, I'm not going to sit here and argue with anybody about Andre and Angel. At the end of the day, you're right. You've got the stats and all to back up your opinion. I said it weeks ago. If anyone is having faith in Ange, it is, pure blind faith from there on out. But at the end of the day, look, I would like to see Ange turn it around. The reality is, I don't believe changing manager is the right thing for this football club. I believe stability is continue to build under one manager, and I've always said that. But look, he has to have a good end to the campaign for that to happen. And like you said, regardless, I'm not going to fight with anybody over, well, a bit ironic considering I'm fighting with David about Johnson, but I'm not going to fight with anybody over ownership, over managers and stuff like that. I just want to try and support the team and try and salvage what we can out of this season at the end of the day, RST. So I absolutely love that comment, my man. Big up.
And then he actually followed up with I think a follow-up to his own super chat. Let me find that, Artist T. On Moment, and he says, and I will say, if we pull off a miracle somehow, manage to win the Europa League, I'll be back on board. I mean, I 100% will be be happy clapping and be on the Ange train again if we are to win the Europa League. We'll just see. We'll take each week at a time, Artist. We'll take each win at a time, take each week at a time, and we'll go from there. I am relieved. I understand, that you and I had and Dave had a slight sort of disagreement over the easiness of our Europa League schedule, but that also gives me, I'll be honest, it gives me confidence knowing that we get to come up against, on paper, technically a lot easier opponents in the Europa League than we would, if we were on that other side of the bracket, that other side of the table. So I'm happy, Artist T. I'm happy with where we are, and we'll take things from here, and we'll see if we can go on a nice little Europa League run, sir. We'll see if we can go on a nice little Europa League run. And then Dark Sun G saying Gray is a way better version of Dyer, both center defensive mid and center back. Dave, a lot of people wanted Eric Dyer to be put in the center defensive mid role at one stage. Plenty of people calling him a great passer of the ball. Is Archie Gray, Eric Dyer 12.0?
I don't want to attach Archie Gray to Eric Dyer's name, to be quite frank. I think that's a name that's stained, especially at this football club. To me, I think Archie Gray is exceptional, Look, to be fair, Dyer played right back for Tottenham, he played centre-back, he's played CDM and stuff. But similar, yeah. I would argue, I think what I've seen out of Archie Gray this year is better than what I've seen out of Eric Dyer's last 4 seasons at Tottenham combined. And I think, he's shown more potential than what Eric Dyer has ever shown. So, to be honest with you, I don't even want to attach them two names together. I just want to speak about Archie Gray in his own right, in his own merit. He's earned that. So I don't want to compare him to players like that, Dark Sun G. I mean, if you come back to me with the likes of Sandro, players like that, players that I do like and that I think were good for Tottenham, I'd have that conversation. But we can't attach it to that name, Dark Sun G. It's cursed. Oh, by the way, to all the Dyer stands, he's so good, he's not in the Bayern Munich team.
And then also as well, he follows up by saying, City play Liverpool before us. Who knows? Red card or injury. You never know. It could be a big game tomorrow, Dark Sun G. Also would love to have you with us for the big upstream tomorrow, sir, if you have any time in your schedule or if it's at least a decent game time for you. I bet your outlad's pretty happy with the result today with Arsenal, right? Puts our
Yeah, he must be
Liverpool
buzzing.
further up the table, gives them a better chance of that league title. That he's feeling good and you're feeling good, so it's a happy household. It's a happy household. You guys can both be celebrating tonight, and yeah, I guess we hope for some City red cards.
Yeah.
You might be right. It's just with City. I just know it's going to be a good game. That's what you usually expect with Man City. It's always going to be an entertaining one, and usually Spurs end up winning. Dark subject. Usually we end up beating them, so I'm never really that nervous going into Man City games. No matter how poor form we're even in, I'm usually not that nervous. It's just a classic case of we are their kryptonite. We just seem to always be able to beat them. It's the statistics, everything shows. Like, even if you think we could end up losing the game, you have to at least get some confidence just by the record alone. Like, the record,
even when we're at our worst
against City, it's absurd.
Even when we're at our worst, we end up pulling out a result. That's what I love about it. We knocked them out of the Champions League. We've knocked them out of the Carabao Cup this year. We beat them in the league routinely. It's a shame we couldn't beat them in that Carabao Cup final all them years ago under Mason. But look, I'm not really nervous going into that City game. For me, it's what I live for, them big games, It's what I'm involved in football for. I want to be involved in these big games, so I love them.
And then also,
I think RST also quickly followed up his super chat, Jack, there with another comment saying if we pulled off a miracle in the Europa League, he'd be surprised. Look, what I will say is it's not going to be an easy competition to win, right? I've been here before. Under Pochettino, we got knocked out against Club Brugge. We lost to PAOK in 2011, 2012 to get out of the group stage, which should have been a routine win. We got knocked out by Dynamo Zagreb under Jose Mourinho, right? NS Mora beat us in the Europa Conference League. Thing is, I've been here before in these competitions where you look at Tottenham Hotspur as a name and you go, they should run deep. It doesn't work out like that. Football's a funny old game. So it is going to be tough. But what I will say is the draw has done us a favour to that extent, so hopefully we can take advantage of it.
Yeah. And I think we're going to start wrapping things up here, and start enjoying the rest of the weekend. Just again, anybody who is in here with us, we'll make plenty of reminders for it, but tomorrow we will be watching the Liverpool Man City game. Wake up nice and early if you're on the West Coast, or if you're over in the UK, do join us. Feel free to tune in for the stream because you do have just the chance to win $500. If you participate in the stream, just have to be in it for a little bit, not even the entire stream. We'd love to have you for the whole stream, of course, but just by participating, being in there, and being a member of our channel over on Big Up, you have the chance to win $500. So please join us tomorrow. I'm putting in the link another time here for you guys. But Dave, as we wrap things up, any final thoughts, any final conclusions on this one? I found it very funny that Dark Sun G and Shawnee were having a little bit of a debate over the Jedi Spence song. I thought that was brilliant, and I thought the chat today, for the most part, it's been unbelievable today. Really, really kind of you guys. You guys have been very, very generous, but also very funny. As per usual, you guys always have a good sense of humor, but in particular today. And yeah, Dave, I'm just looking to enjoy the rest of the weekend. It's nice to be playing on a Saturday.
No, look, it's great that you could get the game done early on the weekend and you've won, right? It means you can sort of sit back, relax, and really enjoy the weekend. I'd probably wake up in the morning, I'd probably play some of my Sunday morning tunes, easy like Sunday morning, that sort of vibe, and really enjoy myself this weekend. It's amazing what a win can do. What I will say to people is, don't bother going off arguing with people tonight. Just sit back, enjoy it. It's been a while since we've had a 4-1 victory of that manner and played that well. So sit back and enjoy it. And yeah, look, what I will say, guys, the weekend isn't over. Don't forget, Big Up tomorrow. We will be there from 4:15 doing a watch along from Man City, Liverpool. A couple of things. Make sure you become a member of us over there, but also you're in the chat for 20 odd minutes, getting in your comments and stuff like that, because you can be within a chance to win €500 on the platform that the platform are giving away. So if you want to be in with a chance and put your name in for that, there's plenty of things you can do with that, right? Some people can use it to pay off bills or, a bit of debt, or some people can use it to go away on holiday. Either way, it's going to be very useful to you. So make sure you get it for 20 minutes of your life and the potential to win win 500 quid, I think, why wouldn't you want to do it? So make sure you join us over there tomorrow from 4:15 onwards, and then stay tuned for, Twitter reacts and fan cams coming your way. And lastly, I want to say a massive thank you to the support. I know sometimes you can tune in and I'm out sick and stuff like that, but the support you give Jack is incredible, so I really appreciate that, and really appreciate Jack for stepping up as well and still producing content. But also the love that you guys show me, the last couple of weeks. Sometimes you think, oh, am I just making a fool of myself, an idiot of myself? But to see so many people wanting to see you back on the screen, it means a lot. So thank you for the love, everybody. And today just confirms, I absolutely love it, guys. I wouldn't change it for the world. We had such good fun today. So thank you, everybody.
Everyone, we will see you all tomorrow for the big upstream. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you so
Come
much
on.
for taking us as your watch-along destination. And we'll see you for the next one next week with Man City. Come on, you Spurs.
Let's go. Come on, you Spurs.